drama?
Anybody kill each other?
There wasn't very much but there was no killing.
There wasn't much death.
There wasn't too much.
Just a little bit.
Drama. There was sometimes a little bit of weirdness in what people would decide. Not nearly as much drama as in there was in the planning phase, right?
Oh, yeah.
The planning. Did I tell you guys that? I probably just bored Drew with the planning.
No, you told us.
No, you bored us too.
I bored you as well? Okay, now everybody's been sufficiently sleeped with my boring stories.
Mm-hmm.
The actual trip
You
was
cured my sleep apnea.
Yes. Yes. There's like one thing we showed up to. Oh my gosh. Okay. Maybe I start from the beginning. The luau. Right?
Aloha.
Aloha. Remember, the luau is the thing where one of the families like, our kids don't want to go to that. We're not going to go. But the luau, I'm like, well, we're going to this luau, and we're going to be VIP because I want to be in the front and be able to see everything. And their pictures make it look like they invite people up onto the stage to participate in the luau.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the online what the online advertising said, even though that turned out to not be true. COVID may have killed that. I don't really know. COVID may have killed that, and it just never came back.
Yeah.
Because that's what I wanted, is my kids to be all up there, being taught how to hula with the girls with their coconuts on.
So that he has an excuse to take pictures
Yeah.
of the girls with the coconuts
We
on.
were comparing coconuts, like getting distracted by coconuts. It was a whole thing going on, them coconuts.
Sounds like my kind of place.
It was a pretty good place, but like, so the family that didn't want to go, they show up there with us.
And suddenly want to
And
like sit with you.
I guess I knew they were going to show up. Part of the planning was the last minute. They're like, where are you guys going? Because it got tied into the snorkeling thing, and they're like, we want to go snorkeling. I'm like, snorkeling was free with the luau. So that's why we're going snorkeling. It was free with the luau. If you did this package of the luau, you got to go on the snorkeling trip, or the whale watching trip for free, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, here's where we signed up for the luau. I did VIP. Here's the link.
Good luck.
Turns out they show up, but there's two different lines. There's the VIP line. They get in at 5:15.
And they're the
There's
schmucks.
the other people line. They're not listening to the people who are telling them, hey, you guys, here's the VIP.
They
The
want to go with
VIPs
you.
go on the right. If you're general admission, go on the line on the left. And the general admission didn't have to show up for another 15 minutes either, but they showed up right with us at 5 o'clock and got in the VIP line, and like the people are looking for their name on the list. Like, you guys aren't on here. They're like, oh yeah, we're not VIP. So they like, oh, you need to be over here in this line.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we go in, our table's like front and center, just like I asked. They while checking in, they give me a card that has every single menu item and 12 different allergens across the top and a highlighter anywhere where that menu item has that allergen.
Oh, wow.
Because in my comments, I'd like, we've got several allergies. It would be really helpful if you gave me a menu that had the ingredient list.
Oh, that's
Instead of
cool.
the ingredient. Not only did they read my comment,
Wow. Yeah.
they did not
Wow.
only give me a menu of ingredient list, they said, here's every possible allergen in the world. Here's which menu item has these things. I'm like, cool. So like the 3 or 4 of us have to reference this cheat sheet. Like, okay, you can have this thing, this
That's
thing,
so
this thing.
cool.
I can have this thing, this thing. Like, it was.
That'd be an instant 5-star review from me.
Yeah, that was tough that they did that. Also in my comments was, they have a place where like, is there another group that you need to sit with? I'm like, yeah, there's this
You're like,
I
no.
would have been like, no way.
Group A, their last name is blah blah blah. They also should be seated with us. There might also be a group with the last name B. If they ordered VIP, they also are in our party. So they come and sit all of us, and then like we're seated, we're going and getting food. and they bring in that family, and they were like, somebody was like, "Oh, you guys are the family who wanted to sit with the VIP people." Right? So they brought them in and put them like on the end of this table. So like one of their chairs is on the very end cap where there's not supposed to be chairs. That's a walking aisle. And like put them the
Oh
last like
man.
the 5 of them the last like 3 feet of the table.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you didn't.
You didn't do the thing.
And one of the people was like, "We didn't know you did VIP." Like, who was in that? I didn't say
show
this, but I was gonna like bring up the receipts. Like, look, I said, here's the VIP. We did VIP. Here's the link to the place. But they just, they were just being
I would have been really petty.
Who are they?
Yeah, I have to see them very frequently.
That doesn't change anything for me.
I know. I'm trying to be better to save my job.
It's probably good.
So it's just like,
Save your job.
well, people don't like me at work because I point out when people are lying.
Apparently that's not supposed to happen.
That is not done in big corporations. People do not like that in big corporations. They hate it. Oh, they told you this is 80% done? My team hasn't even heard about it yet. They don't like that. Maybe I shouldn't be reading this. So the luau went mostly. It went interesting. Mostly as expected, and like got to do the fire dancers are always really cool to watch. Coconuts are very distracting. Henry's big thing on the whole trip was he wanted, because he had a friend down the street who missed out on this opportunity. It was presented to his friend Tommy down the street to have a coconut cut open in front of you and drink right out of the coconut.
Oh,
And
boy.
Tommy didn't do it. And Henry was like, "That's what I want to do while we're there." I'm like, "Listen, if after the first few days that opportunity doesn't just happen to come up, I will hunt one of these people down for you because it's a thing, and we will just have it done." Man, first night of the luau, in between things, after the dinner before the show, guy gets up there and he's like showing you how he rips apart the coconut on the slamming it into here. He's like, there's 2 different kinds of coconuts, and the whole thing of like, some of them they turn into coconut milk, some of them they're this other thing with meat, and like this you can drink out the juice out of it, it's fine. This one you don't really want to, it's not going to be very good. He's like, blah blah blah, and we're over there back where they're selling the hand carved things and the flower in your hair kinds of stuff. And that was it. It's like, Henry, this is the thing. This is the moment you've waited for your whole life. Let's go get one of these coconuts. You go over there, and like all the other kids are now on board too. It's like, yeah, let's go drink out of a coconut. We all go over there. He cuts open a coconut just for Henry, puts a straw in it, and Henry takes a sip and goes, "Oh, I don't like it."
We'll still remember that.
That's great. That's almost exactly how you'd expect it to go.
You have to finish it.
He didn't dump a half cup of sugar in there before handing it to
You mean it's not just like creamy coconut milk?
No, it doesn't taste. It doesn't taste like a.
What about
a
the stuff
sweet-
that comes out of the carton?
It doesn't taste like sweetened condensed milk or something. All sugary. You're like, it doesn't even taste very good.
Especially the warm ones.
So they cooled it. Like that was something we were told. It's like
At least
it's
they
got it
chilled
from
it.
yeah. It's got to come from a cooler. It's got to be the cold ones. Otherwise, it's not gonna. Actually, it's probably you who told me that. It's got to be cold.
Yeah, which are not
It still was not good. The whole family, 6 people, drank half of it.
Really?
Yeah, none of us liked it.
Oh.
We're not.
The regular coconut water I actually really like.
We did not. We were not big fans of that. But
Hey,
we checked that off.
Experienced
We
it.
checked that off the list. What they also had though was just some fresh pineapple, and they put something in it called plum dust or plum powder, something like that. Makes it red, and it just it is fantastic. Fantastic stuff. The luau was interesting. We later ended up on was the snorkeling trip, where again this family didn't want to participate, and then weeks later they're like, oh yeah, we want to go on that too. And so they're like, the captain and stuff is like, hey, yeah, let's get you up here. We've got a really big group of us today, the group of 12. We're just going to let you guys on first, and you guys just go up to the top thing. It's great viewing from up there anyways. It's the best view, and that will hold all of you. We're just going to let you guys on first. It's referring to the purchase my wife made, which included 2 of the families and the grandparents. Like, yeah, I should have not gotten involved. I should have just gone with it, but I'm an idiot. I do not learn my lesson very quickly. And I was like, you also have the family B on there? Is that family on there? And I use their last name. They're like, nope. Like, because they're also part of that group. There's actually 19 of us. Like, you don't have them on there? Nope. And I turn and look at that mom and dad.
You're rubbing it in.
No, I'm like,
Oh.
I'm trying to fix this. Of like, trying to get some sort of response from the mom and dad who are standing there on the dock. Of like, did you not make reservations for this?
Did you purchase this?
And I've got blank stares. I get blank stares back. I'm like,
Oh, so you were thinking
Okay.
because they
Bye.
mentioned because they later followed up and say, hey,
They're
actually,
talking-
we want to do that.
they're talking like,
You're thinking
yeah, surely they register.
you're thinking by the time it comes up,
They would have put in some effort and
everybody
bought
will
something.
be-
Well, they shouldn't even driven the hour, the 30 minutes there to
So
go on
they
the
didn't
dock
book
to
it.
go on this
They
trip.
didn't book it all.
Well, no, it just takes them 30 seconds before they go, is the name Lance on there? Like, throw me a bone. I'm trying to bail you guys out and have your kids with all the other grandkids and the grandparents.
Yeah.
By going, okay, yeah, you have the Smiths, but what about this group? There's actually 19 of us. We all fit up there. Is that still going to work out? And I turn to those parents and get nothing.
Oh, jeez.
While I'm sitting there going, I look back at the captain, look back at the parents, like,
That's when you just
did
Maybe.
you
just
you guys
walk in
have a
there.
reservation, right? And then it felt like forever. It was probably only like 20 seconds. We're like,
Jeez.
is it under Lance?
No.
It was. It ended up being under Lance. And like, well, why didn't
You say something.
what? The whole minute of this whole conversation where they're saying, yeah, there's 12 of you. A light bulb didn't go off. It's like, no, there's 19 of
Were
us.
they distracted?
Like, do we have the Smiths? Like, we know that there is 13 of the people that do
Wes,
not have the last
Not
name Smith.
everyone else's brain is as high functioning as yours.
This doesn't feel high functioning.
I think that there's some lag out there.
This doesn't feel high functioning.
This just sounds like a group of people that don't really think to themselves and just tag along.
They
Like,
do. They're
hey,
just tag along people.
I want to put no thought or effort into this. I'm just showing up because somebody paid our way to, and somebody's buying this, and we just showed up. And
Just
we're
show
just
up.
going along for the ride.
They're
Total
finally-
lack of effort.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
And they're finally like, oh yeah, Lance. Yeah, there are 5 of you. Like, yeah. There's a total of 19 of us.
All right, you guys are working the oars. Go down those stairs.
Should have lashed them up to the oars. They've got to run the
Row.
sweeps. Come on.
Row.
We got to get upwind to Turtle Cove.
Yeah. So your lesson the lesson you learned is
I should have just said, yeah, there's just 12 of us.
let them fend for themselves. Let them figure it out.
Or 14, whatever. I was like, yeah, it's just us. Yep. Let's go ahead.
Great. See ya.
Sounds great. Except that ends up me getting kicked out of a chair. I'm not next to the captain, which was my dream of being next to the captain while he sails this freaking boat over to Turtle whatever.
Why would you not get to sit next to the
Because
captain?
the way it ends up is that like, oh, well, all the grandkids have to be up here with the adults and they need their parents with them. And like, so there's only 14 spots up here, and so the 5 of you have to go below, and that ends up being me.
That's where I end up too.
5 volunteers.
It's like, no, this was all my plan. I'm sitting there, I'm standing next to the captain for half of this trip anyways, just why.
I bet he loves that.
No, he actually he had a great time. He let Henry drive.
Oh, okay.
No, he really was like, at one point he's like, hey Henry, you want to drive us home? gave Henry
That's
the
dangerous.
wheel. And he's like, you see those smokestacks out there?
Better-
Point us at those.
Better him than some freeloader child, right?
Yeah, but it's like the child of the person who's like talking about, are you going to bring the sails up? Oh, because there's not enough apparent wind, or we have to get there in a certain amount of time, or it's not going to be a beam reach, so we can't do that. And like the person who's semi-intelligent about sailing a boat, he ended up not putting the sails up at all, and there's reasons. But the person semi-intelligent is like, it's his kid. The guy who's watching like Hawk Anyways and knows what everything does there because I read way too many books about all this. I know what all of these things do. I'm asking about his chart plotter. I'm like, so that's the apparent wind gauge. That's the actual wind gauge. That's our knots. That's all of this stuff. So he's like, that's whose kid? He's like, okay, well, the dad is standing here anyways and watching every last thing that happens. Maybe his kid should drive. If we're going to let a kid drive, it should be the one whose parent is
So,
actively engaged
it was an
in what's
actual-
going on.
Sailing vessel?
It was a sailing cat, but we didn't get to sail. Sails are just really slow. You really can't. It was a nice boat, but you can't actually sail on something like that because you actually have to get there.
In a reasonable time.
Yeah. And yeah, in order to get there in the amount of time, we would have needed like 20 to 25 knots of wind. Nobody would have liked that except me. And it'd have to be coming from the correct direction.
Yeah.
Nobody would have liked that except me. So they're like, no, we just motor. We're just going to motor there. It's fine. Fine. We can do that. It's like, it was a good time. Saw turtles.
Yeah, there's some places where you can see a lot of them.
Sea turtles?
Sea turtles. Lashing
You
together
saucy
with hair
turtles?
from my
Saucy?
back. Saucy turtles.
Sea saw turtles?
Saucy turtles.
They're
Yeah.
saucy.
They're saucy. Some of the assistants on the boat were a little saucy.
They've got coconuts.
What did you see?
They
the
didn't have
turtles?
coconuts. They had swimsuits on.
Close enough.
Oh my god.
They were mostly swimsuits.
Where did you end up seeing the
One of them
turtles?
was a snowboarder. We actually went up to Turtle. It was like Turtle Cove or something like that. We ended up not going to Molokini. So even we didn't even end up reserving the trip that I thought they were reserving. I had to leave while Andrew was coordinating this last minute with another mom to get it figured out. I had to leave, and so they actually didn't reserve the snorkeling trip I thought we were doing. But that's okay. A lot of people have complained about Molokini, so scuba diving, we say it, saw tons more turtles than that, though. Scuba diving was turtles everywhere. Them little bastards will sneak right up on you. You're supposed to stay 6 feet away, but you're like just scuba diving through. Next thing you know, you're getting buzzed by some sea turtle coming flying through, not respecting your personal space.
And you flip at the bird and honk.
Yeah. It was like, screw you, turtle. A few sharks and stuff. It was pretty cool. Damn sea
Where's
turtles.
Turtle Cove?
It was like north of Mao, whatever that harbor is, Maoine Harbor, south of Lahaina, north of the aquarium.
South of Line.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Kind of like south of like that main beach that's right there on the west side. It's just south of Lahaina. Yeah. But mile marker 14, where you go shore
Yeah, oh,
scuba
yeah.
diving.
Yeah, mile marker 14.
That was the information we were given.
I thought about it might have been 11. But,
No.
but yeah, 14.
Like that was the instruction we were given at one point. Mile marker 14 is where you want to go. Like,
Yeah. precisely.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna go scuba dive, go to mile marker 14.
14.2.
Like, okay. We'll shore dive from mile marker 14. Way too far from here. We ended up way too far from shore. We made it back, though. We all made it back.
Eventually.
Eventually. It was a long swim home. You spend 40 minutes underwater, not knowing which direction you're going, out into the ocean. It was a long swim home.
No, that's nightmare fuel.
It was interesting. Like, we were all real tired when we got back.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Yep.
Hmm.
Them tourists, man. Them dumb tourists will just go do whatever.
You've given up on life.
Yeah. They do dumb stuff. I just go swimming out into the ocean, not knowing.
Where'd
which
you
direction
go,
to
Drew? Did you see any coconuts?
No, but
A lot of coconuts there.
there were a lot of, I don't know why, but you know those tourist shops in Greece. Really anywhere, but it's a tourist shop, right? You know the ones where they have
Yeah.
those cheap knickknacks.
A bunch of
For
shot
whatever
glasses
reason-
with boobs on them.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, this was really popular in Greece. Was a phallus-shaped bottle opener.
Really?
Yeah.
So you got like 3 of them?
No, but Jenny did.
And they were all different sizes too.
Of course, you need different sizes.
Like, I don't know why, but they were all over. It's
Huh.
interesting. You know, not to mention the trading cards with like Greek
I bet you anything has to do with the statue.
sex positions,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
like you see on the pottery. Old
No.
pottery.
I see. So you get like David's bottle opener.
No, that's
That one fits your pocket.
That's Italian.
Okay.
That one's for your keychain.
That one's for your
It's
keychain.
like, who is the Aphrodite that's Greece?
Yeah.
Dionysus, Aphrodite?
They're all the
Aphroditus.
same.
Aphrodite.
That's sounding a lot closer than what I said.
And the fact that I could say that anywhere near correct is a shock, because I'm notoriously bad at saying all those Greek names.
Listen, guys, put in the comments if you are amazed that Brandon pronunciated something correctly.
You should be.
It's a bunch of ones.
Bunch of ones. Yep. All ones. It's not how you say that. It's not how anyone says
That's
that.
how everyone says it.
I didn't even hear what you say. Did you say Aphrodite?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Something
That's
like
exactly how it's said.
Yeah,
In Greece it is.
Yeah, Greece is fun.
She's on all the playing cards.
Oh my gosh. Are we gonna play a board game?
Let's
Sure.
play a board game.
I might not ever have to do smoke testing
Our doom
again.
choices.
Which
Really?
is nice.
They're what?
Our doom choices. Whenever we move,
You got
you have to
one
randomly pick one of these.
I forgot.
I don't have to do the
slowly
tier 3
dying.
thing.
Yeah, we're in trouble. We
We're down to
we gotta
two.
get up to here
Yeah,
quickly.
Promotion
Nope.
or
No.
reassignment?
I forget what
No,
happens
they
after
just
we
decided-
use them all.
Smoke
There's a
testing is
card.
a waste of time for us.
Actual test.
Finally saw the light. Yeah. No, but one of their old employees that had
We
left
got
for
like 3
like
more failures.
I don't know, they had family, maybe baby, I don't know the details, but she came back.
Maternity.
Yeah, who knows, something. It wasn't maternity.
Oh, we
but it
were
was
supposed to be
something
taking a
like
450
that.
Some kind of
card.
family leave.
Every time?
Yeah.
Every time we lost?
extended
Every time a
leave.
character puts a turn card,
So they,
all of your
yeah,
attack
she
rolls
wanted to come back and do the tier 3 thing, so
take a 450.
I got off
Otherwise,
the hook.
Nice.
if the card, wait, okay, then shuffle them and randomly reveal one. If it is the card you chose, block it and take a 450.
And?
Yeah, we were missing half of it.
Oh, we're in bigger trouble than I thought.
So we
Uh-oh.
should have. So beforehand, every time we moved, we were shuffling these and choosing,
We were supposed to take
trying
a
not to
450?
pick the one that we chose. But every time we did pick one, we were also supposed to take a 450 card. Which, when we run out of these, we have to take one of those anyways.
A new trimmer, so we've got to do 3 of them?
Because there was 5 objectives.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And we
A
got
new
to do,
trimmer almost sends you and your precious winged companion to the ground. You try to allay her fears. Speak up. We'll get through this. Is that her saying that?
Yeah, the bird can kind of talk a little bit at this point. I think.
That's us saying that.
Oh.
I'm too intelligent now to believe this nonsense, the chosen bird replies. Obviously worried.
The chosen chicken.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
We are...
It's gonna hurt.
We failed. We should have been doing this a while ago, so we may have to discard some cards just to make up for whatever's going on.
What is it? Every time we move?
Uh-huh. In many places, the ground is streaked with cracks caused by the tremors. Some of them are too wide to be stepped over, and you're forced to make regular detours. So, the first time we failed, every movement cost an extra 2 cards, which was probably...
2 cards.
Oh, we would have had to
At
find
least-
alternate routes and stuff.
No.
It just cost us more cards.
Every time we do move. So it's probably at least 3 spaces.
So what do you need?
At the very
The
least.
first failure had to have been at least 3 spaces back. This is the first failure. I've got to pull 2 more of these.
Yeah. So we're probably looking at more like, because we had a couple where we passed
we
in
were good.
between.
We were good
We-
for
We
3
were
or
good
4,
for the
right?
first little while, and then we failed one, and then I'm pretty sure we succeeded and maybe failed.
I think this was where we
Like a failure, one of these
Fail.
2.
fail, succeed, fail, fail, or is it?
It's probably something like that. So let's say this is the first failure.
Okay. So that's 1,
So everybody
2, 3, 4.
loses
8 cards.
2, 4, 6, 8 cards.
Or
Yeah.
is it?
I think we'd all lose 8.
Or is it fail? Like when it gets revealed, we did it right.
Right when it gets revealed.
So that's a fail, save, fail, fail.
Right. So we for this, I've got to draw more of these cards.
So
So,
it's
first
actually-
fail is one of these cards.
I think
when we
it's-
drew that one. Okay.
'Cause
So it
we-
would have been 2.
Pretty sure we had 3 good
Okay.
successes.
So if
Now
this was the
first.
failure when we showed that, we still have to move on to it. So 2, 4, 6,
to move
8
on.
cards.
All right, yeah, because it gets revealed and then you move to it.
But you can probably put 4 of those in your hand if you like. I mean, you can't go over your max hand limit. But of those 8, they were during a movement, so you can put them in your hand, right?
Yeah.
So 8 of these cards.
8 of these. If you like any of them and want them in your hand,
I have to do
you
it.
can do up to 4 of them.
I'm forced to do a recovery. It's 3 cards per life point for recovery, right?
Yes.
I have perfect hand cards.
That's a good card.
Okay.
Provide.
Okay.
Wait, so is this some sort of compounding problem?
Yeah.
Yes. It's about to get worse. Once you've done your 8, everybody's done their 8, let me know, and we'll draw yet another 450 card.
What the heck?
And there's not even a way to get rid of this.
That's why we were given 22 health.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm now down to 15.
Oh crap! You're injured. Recovering for you is gonna suck. Okay. All right. We're gonna be
Drew's
okay.
dead.
No, he's got 22. Got 22 health. It's gonna cost him dearly, and every time he recovers, you better recover everything, because it costs him 2 cards every time.
I'm good.
I am gonna
You were
set.
trying to get all of your weaknesses though.
Yeah, but I
We're
don't think,
super powered.
I don't think now's the time to do that. But I should stack my hands to try to
Either
get
you,
uninjured.
either you.
Well, I've got all my cards back, so I can keep my eye open for for my healing card again.
Yeah, as soon as one of you is capable of healing that, that'd be great. Unless you want to be super powered.
If you want to be super powered, I know a really good mushroom.
Don't listen. Don't listen to him.
I don't think now's the time. I have to buy try this.
Now
on
is not the
tonight.
time.
I'm
It's
So
always
are
the
the
time for
threat-
mushrooms.
next
Which we're gonna do it differently anyway. We're gonna house rule a few things.
Yeah.
Okay, so 8, and then how many? Oh, we still gotta do those 2.
You still got to do the other ones. I think we're ready for the next one.
Okay. Where did the? Okay, we say showing this card was that first failure. And showing this one was the next failure?
Yeah, probably these next two were the failures.
Okay. All right. Ready?
I do have a vague memory of ending on a failure.
A new tremor almost sends you and your precious winged companion to the ground. You try to allay her fears. Speak up. We'll get through this. I'm too intelligent. She just keeps saying the same thing. Okay. The tremors that shake the earth make the least of your actions extremely hazardous, no matter how trivial they are. During the action, if an involved character performs a recovery, the action fails. Then you must block one objective card. Or if you cannot, because they're all blocked, banish one blocked objective card. That's an interesting distinction. Blocking and banishing the objective cards.
So say that again.
Okay. Like during the action, so it's an action card, so it's a mandatory part of an action. If somebody has to perform a recovery, the action fails. Then you have to block one objective card, or if you cannot, because they're all blocked already, are they going under mine when they're blocked? Mine.
Mm-hmm.
If they're all blocked, then one goes out and gets banished.
Okay.
Which sounds like maybe there's a way to get them back.
Maybe eventually.
That's a weird distinction there. So from now on, we're double screwed. Don't recover during an action.
Okay.
If you have to recover, do it early and often. Don't have so few cards that you have to recover during an action, or this gets harder.
Okay.
Okay? Next 450.
Great.
She just has one sentence she says.
Yeah.
She's like an NPC. The constant tremors make your progress even more difficult than usual. When a character performs a recovery, if they have a card with the keyword weakness, they take a 13 card.
Oh no.
Shoot. I'm the only one with.
And you have the double jinx card to try their luck. If Lady Luck is on their side, they only discard 3 cards. If they're jinxed, their affliction makes them lose precious time. You block one objective card, or if you cannot because they're all blocked, banish an objective card.
So from now on, if you recover, that's an automatic failure.
I could get rid of that,
Isn't it?
but
Yeah.
this is the problem.
Him recovering costs us an objective card.
So I really got to find my medic card.
Yeah, could you get on that?
But it's jinx though.
Wait, what does it cost to heal you? Can I do the heal?
That's what it costs right there. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to have my medic. My medic card just makes it easier for me to do it.
But I still have this jinx. I still have this
flags.
jinx.
Because of her flags, I also am really good at it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I don't have your magic. I don't have the magic concoction you
The
pull.
+1 with my card just makes it easier for me to do it.
Right.
Like, I don't even have to have her to make it easier for me to do it. But with her +1 is
Or
what.
+1 and the flags, because I can do 3 extra flags.
Yeah, you guys. But healing is getting rid of this is not the problem because I still gonna have this.
Yeah, but if you don't have the affliction, that doesn't even come up. Because
you
this
don't
only
have a weakness
procs.
anymore.
This is weak already. This is a weakness.
Oh, that is a
Being
weakness.
jinxed.
It is.
Oh, being jinxed is a weakness.
So,
Oh,
like,
okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That's an automatic fail. So
Okay.
No matter what.
Well, let's just have one. Let's just have one failure instead of a repeated chance of you failing over and over again.
Yeah.
Because you still, even when you get past
So I
this,
think we
you've got
get
a
that. You get rid
50-50
of that,
shot.
right? That only happens once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
So-
as long
Yeah.
as I get through the failures.
Let's have whatever next recovery just hit you once instead of your recovery hitting every time. A 50-50 chance of. Let me do some math real quick. I can maybe heal you.
Well, I've got this. I've got an extra chain and a free star, so I can try to do it too myself. So that would mean I would need a chain 2, success 3.
It's chain 2 success. You get a. Oh, yeah. For you, it's a chain 2 success 3. If if I can do, these are the same thing. I'm not geared up enough for it yet because I can only guarantee
2 stars. Or is that an or?
I can only guarantee like one. It's an or,
Oh, okay.
but it would get me 3 flags, which is only like 1 and a half. I already have something that's getting me those. I need something more in order to do it. I know I have another thing to do it, but I'd have to end up with it in my hand.
Well, I'll continue to take the brunt of the initial moves to try to get my medic card again as soon as possible.
I mean,
I would
that
favor-
really just means you draw 3 cards
So
instead of
I could
Yeah.
use this.
It's still just one additional card.
I could use this if I'm involved in the action because that's considered an action, right? What
Uh-huh.
you're doing.
That'll help me if I
Try a
get my
wild
card.
It does. So that would get me 2 guaranteed successes on a chained 2.
So that's one better than this.
So I would end up chained 2 successes, which I can probably do.
Maybe 3 cards.
I really would like one other guaranteed success in my hand, which I should be able to get here soon. And then, how far are you from recovering?
I think I have 5.
So within the next 2 moves,
Is there anything that costs us right now for
I
recovery?
need to try to heal you.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Is it if anyone recovers or if he recovers that happens to him?
any recovery, any character.
When a
Before.
character forms, if they have a weakness, so
Okay.
it's just his recovery.
Okay.
That's okay.
I could increase the chain by 1,
It's chained 3 for you.
and then with his wild card and my wild card, that's a guaranteed star. Another guaranteed star. So I would have a
You have
Chained.
chained 3.
There's no
I'd have a
reason to
chain
not
3
recover.
for 2 successes. So I could try to do it right now.
You have chained 3 on 2 successes. That's actually, that's gonna be
So
better
really
odds.
3 chances to do it.
Do like 5 cards.
Maybe we do like one more movement, and if you don't come up with your even better thing,
My even better thing. The hard part is there's a couple other cards I need to make it better because it requires the swirlies. And there's a couple cards that give me the swirlies while I'm doing it that basically just make it an automatic success.
you want these or the crack
I
nuts?
want these.
And so it's typically I get that medic card and then I try to get that other card and then I'm set up to just kind of almost do it for free.
I think you have really good odds of it.
This is the best odds I have without the medic card. So let me just do it now
Okay.
and spend,
So
just to make sure it's not a
you need to do
waste.
that.
I'll do
depending
5
on what he
cards.
draws.
Yeah, this will be costly, but I think it'd be better to get that out of the way early than have it do something bad.
It could get bad quickly. So you have chained 3.
Yeah.
In
So
between. How many did you get off chain 3?
3.
So you don't need.
You only need one more success.
3. So it's only 4
Oh, you've got to use your chain. right?
successes. Yeah, I got to use this.
It's only
And
4
then-
successes to nail it.
Okay, then you don't need to use that.
You don't need that.
I could just use these 2 cards, and you're no longer injured or whatever.
Great. Return that.
Actually, let me see something.
What?
You're being audited,
I just want to
Brandon.
make sure.
Oh, I didn't look at my symbols.
Right, you didn't even need to use guaranteed success
Oh, nice.
because she gives you a star off that.
You can't say that because now I have the fear of getting audited at work all the time.
I thought I had seen at least the flag. I was like,
Yeah, I didn't
he
even think.
may
I
have.
totally forgot about symbols.
Return that.
Okay. That's
Nice.
not.
Yeah, I have a coworker who's
Oh no.
he's. This
What
makes
does
me-
that
this
even
makes-
mean?
It makes me sound awful to kind of say it this way, but
He's an
he,
idiot.
he is a little bit, but he's also not a native English speaker, and so everything he understands in English is a very
Oh, that guy.
basic, plain way of like understanding it, and a very not fully understanding the sentence you just told him kind of thing, but understanding the bits and parts, and he just kind of assumes from there. But I can tell he comes from a previous job where you're kind of just given the task and there's instructions and procedures you're supposed to kind of follow to like make it easier for you, but at the end of the day, just do whatever makes it work best for you. And so like all these steps that you have to follow at a company where you could get audited at any second and have to prove exactly how you did things and when you did them and the things that changed at that time doesn't work well with him. And so like now that he has somebody else on his team that frankly gives a shit at all, because I could tell the previous person that I replaced didn't at all. I get dual notifications of everything he does in the system, and all of a sudden I'll just see things have been like merged to master all of a sudden, or all these things. I'm like, whoa, wait a second.
Without approval?
Well, you give an approval, and then you're supposed to get you're supposed to wait these certain steps to then do the final merge.
More steps before the merge?
Yeah. And all these other stuff that have to go in the system, you have to get like an approval from the manager. It's supposed to be brought up in like a meeting to like approve the deployment. Unless it's like an emergency thing, you have ways to bypass it. But anyways, all these like
Is your
steps.
CI/CD set up so that a merge auto deploys to somewhere?
No, we don't have any of that set up for the apps I'm in.
Okay.
One of my future projects might be including something like that,
Yeah.
but it's not my core responsibility.
Because like that's a very like Google kind of thing where because they 100 deployments a day or something where it's that deployment to production is kicked off by that merge.
Yeah, no, we don't have anything like that, but just like still, and like they didn't really have any of those things like laid out properly in a document, and so since I've been there, I've been like laying it out, and I've tried to convince him to read my document like 100 times.
Wait, is the documentation in the place he wants, or the documentation that you've been putting it?
I started off
it
by
that
putting
same
it.
thing?
I started off putting it where I wanted it, and I quickly changed to just put it wherever he wanted it, so that he would finally read it. And now every time he asks me, "So do I do this step now?" I'm like, "Let's read what the document has to say." And rather than open it on my computer, just tell him I make him go to the document.
Open it.
And read it, find the spot. And so slowly, I think in a couple months, I'll have him have read the entire document.
So he does all the way up to step 5 correctly, and then asks you. Next time he's up to 6, and then asks you.
Yep.
Baby steps.
Slow.
You're doing great.
One of these days, he's going to have read that entire document and maybe might not ask me what has to happen next, or just do something and me have to ask him why he did it that way.
This sounds like a vast improvement over the last knucklehead that was doing this, where he at least knows where the document is.
Yeah, and like
And
responds
can open it.
and responds to me like
Saying
saying
like,
things
open
about it
up.
of like, hey, we have a process
You
for
didn't
this.
you didn't want the crack nuts.
I do now.
But yeah, he's just sorry. I totally took us off course.
That sounds
But
okay. I was wondering what
he's
an
not-
audit would be like in that. That sounds like a nightmare.
It doesn't. It's not like it like would. Like I can't imagine it happening at any point. But this kid just makes me super nervous that I'm going to be caught up in an audit where he made a mistake, and I'm somehow tied to the project he was in. And I'm like,
Ugh.
and I have to do the thing where I have to hardcore throw him under the bus just to save my butt. And so I'm trying to like prevent that, and just like the way he's been acting the last few days. Every time I hear the word audit, I'm just like, ugh. Just because he really wants to do everything ad hoc.
Maybe we have an audit going on as well.
What do you mean I can't just deploy the whole application and not talk about the different DLLs and stuff like that I replaced? Like, well, in this place, when you do an audit and you do my deployment, you have to say exactly which files you're changing so we can trace back things. And he's just like, well, that doesn't make any sense. I'm just going to do it this way. I'm like, no. Like, I mean, it probably helps.
Hasn't answer any questions for the auditor yet.
No. And
So
it,
when that happens, the attitude changes.
and it helps that I like come from a medical company as well, where the auditing is almost worse. Actually, it is.
Yeah,
Not
medical
almost.
and banking
It
have
is.
a different level of auditing.
It's like, oh boy,
And then government. Those are the three.
Oh
yeah. And the government's really starting to put all their hands into gas pipelines.
Yeah.
a lot. Ever since that big incident that happened, like, what was it now, 4 years ago on the East Coast?
That's weird. I thought the last administration shut down all the usage of gas.
Man, told
How
us
can
about
there
it.
be a pipeline? No, I'm pretty sure those were made illegal.
Pipelines?
Executive order. Yeah.
No.
Those pipelines are illegal now, right? I mean, I don't know how anybody heats their anything anymore, but they're illegal.
Well, you know.
Okay. So you're healed. Crisis delayed,
Until after the cover.
which will hurt one time now.
So, is that an expensive one that we're on right now?
Yeah. I think we should go up here and then over, and I think it eventually goes up. Just so we don't hit like another multi one over here. I can...
We don't want to reveal more tiles than we have to.
No. So I can do this move if you want.
Right, yeah, that's true.
So it's going to cost me 6 cards to move.
And it costs us 5?
Yeah.
Is that was a 3-1?
That's a 3.
I have to put my glasses on.
And we get to pick any one of these 5?
Yeah, you got to pick one of the
You
5.
can
put
put one in
hand.
your hand.
Okay.
On the double.
Oh, I got... Well, on the doubles, I don't think it's going to be useful for us, but I just got mine too.
Like, yeah, at least not
Unless
too
you
long,
sit and wait for everybody to get to a spot and then you like spin. I can't remember what on the double costs, but it's like then you just like whoop.
No, Key's overburdened with his axe.
That's right.
Somebody but not you could do that. Extra
I might
chains.
honestly take that.
Just
Oh, one involved character can add a flag. That could be really useful.
we kept getting stuck with like dodge kind of tasks, right? Something about dodging. I should use this.
It feels like there has been a lot of the like random cards that have been doing that recently to us.
Yeah, the dodge and the
Dodging bird
balance,
strikes.
balance might be good for when you have to like
Yeah, I'm gonna
scale
bring
and
that along.
some
Okay.
crevasse or
Crevasse.
Yeah.
boulders that were created by the
This person's driving really
wheel
slowly.
fighters. I don't know, maybe. Nothing's good. Okay, so I'm out.
Sorry, one more story from today. my job had like a lunch to celebrate some achievement thing that they accomplished early last year. Or late
Before your
last year.
time.
Before my time, but I just got a free lunch anyways. But like,
Did someone have to sneak you the
no, not this time. This time I got to go in.
Because you're a contractor.
I'm contractor.
And you're allowed at the lunch?
Well, they sent me an invitation to it, and I responded yes, and no one had said I couldn't go. So I went and sat down and ate some free tacos. But like, they also had like a little table with like some cookies and like little mini desserts. But for the people who didn't want sweets, they had little clementines there, and I really love clementines, and they were perfectly ripe. So I had one while I was there, but then afterwards they sent out like a email being like, "There's a ton of leftovers. Come on and grab some if you want some." And not thinking in my head that it might be weird, I went and grabbed like 7 clementines, and I'm walking back to my desk with like a double handful of like clementines. And I realized about halfway, I'm getting a lot of weird looks. Why is everybody looking at me weird? I'm like, oh. I'm just sitting there like against my belly holding like just a bunch of clementines walking back to my desk. And the rest of the day I was just eating clementines through all my meetings. But it wasn't until I was like halfway to my desk I was like, oh, this is a weird thing.
You're the Snickers guy.
And then I'm the Snickers guy.
You're the Snickers guy.
Someone's going to give me a Snickers soon.
That's great self-awareness,
Next-
though.
But they were really good and totally worth it.
Next new hire that's aware.
That
Gonna
knows
give you a
things.
Snickers.
Oh, I'm like, I'll know I've made it in life if I can get someone to just randomly give me a Snickers.
I know someone
Totally randomly.
who randomly gives you advent calendars for maybe be a similar reason.
For some reason. I love my advent calendars. They're my favorite. Oh, anyways, I just got so many weird looks, and it took me way too long to figure out why.
You're the orange guy.
It's just carrying a giant handful of oranges. It's probably more than 7 now that I
I
think about
recognize
it.
you. You're the orange guy.
Just walking away to my desk.
That's how people get nicknames, man.
So
Probably.
you're a contractor.
When they start calling you Clementine,
Yeah.
you'll know why.
Clementine.
It's so
you know if you're
funny.
able to.
Oh, my darling.
I have recently had this issue.
Oh,
This is
my
all- and this is
darling.
I feel like this is the first time I haven't been allowed to use negative PTO. Because most places are like, yeah, you can go negative because like, it's gonna take you a while to earn up even a week, right, or 2
Mhm.
weeks. So I used up most of my PTO already for that San Diego trip,
Mm-hmm.
and then I wanted to use more for Greece, but I only had like 24
Mm-hmm.
left. Not even that. I only had like 7 available. I needed, and I wanted a full week, so anyway, they don't offer that. I mean, there's not really a great story to this other than I tried to do like get to negative 17. Like, we don't do that. We used to, but
And so you're asking if as a contractor I get that, or
yeah.
I get contract I don't get anything. If I take time off, I just don't get paid.
Actually, this is the first time as a contractor that I was offered PTO. So
Yeah, the fact that you get
I guess
PTO
I'm-
as a contractor seems more like the rare part.
Collect my dinner.
yeah, I managed to.
What is dinner
I managed
today?
to get like Village Inn, those kind of benefits.
Oh, breakfast.
Like,
You ordered
all
breakfast
All
again.
my holidays paid for.
Mine's contract to hire, so
then-
theoretically in a couple months I'll be hired.
And then they offered me PTO, so it's a pretty good gig. Because yeah, usually I have to take care of it myself. PTO.
Yeah. At the current job, this has not happened to me very much. Usually I've had accrual PTO, but this place is like annual like
It's
pools.
just already there.
First of the year, it's like none of it can carry over, but it's a PTO pool and a sick pool.
What about you, OJ? You accrue PTO? Why?
All the new age companies, they just hand out unlimited
The new
PTO.
ones, yeah. The
Everyone's
new,
all
the new
about
smaller
unlimited.
companies, it's just unlimited.
The startup.
A couple jobs ago, mine was unlimited, and I
Yeah.
actually, if you have a good manager, it's actually pretty nice.
If you're not a workaholic and you have a good manager,
Yeah, because normally
it works
it's,
out real well.
normally it works against you.
It does.
'Cause, like,
It can very easily work against you.
Yeah, the studies have shown that it is
It's
not
actually
good
not.
for employees.
Yeah.
But I was more than willing to use it when I had it.
Yeah, because like I think
Sounded great.
I was at a place where they kind of discourage, like you get guilt tripped for taking PTO, even though
Unlimited, but they're actually
even though
keeping
it's
count.
unlimited.
Yeah.
What they don't realize is that you're on a boat in Lake Powell and you're still trying to do some programming in your head.
Yeah.
Like
That's true.
You are
that-
working all
like
the
they
time.
they don't understand that part of it when they're like, no, you've got to be here to be working. Like, are you kidding me? I solved your problem in a shower this morning. That's when I came up
Yeah,
with
that's
this solution.
That yeah, I don't buy that
Like-
argument either too, because I had our project manager said that today, with the new guy that just started. He was asking about, how strict are we with our time accounting, because like the state doesn't want you to go more than 1 minute past 40 hours,
Yeah.
okay, well, in that case, like I'm done by Wednesday
Yeah.
because like,
Right.
I'm
Do-
working.
Do I count because I couldn't sleep
What about
last
all
night
those
and I sat
times-
here thinking about what I'm gonna do and
Yeah,
how I'm
'cause,
gonna do a
like-
caching layer on this thing?
You can't just shut off. You can't just 5 o'clock, I'm shut off.
No.
On the drive home, you're still thinking about what you're working on all day. Chances are.
Billable hours.
Exactly. There's those billable hours. So like.
Not just,
and she
not
made
just
the-
when you're physically
she
present.
made the point like, no, if you're taking time off, you shouldn't be working.
That's just not how it works.
No, like if I want to take time off and like work in Greece, I'm gonna do that because I don't want to take PTO. I'm gonna try to get as much time as I can that's not overwhelming me, right?
Yeah.
But it turned out I couldn't do a whole lot in Greece anyway because I wasn't supposed to take my laptop out of country.
Fair.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
so Sunday night, they, for the first time, they just installed this system where it tracks, your activity, like location and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
Sunday night and Monday night, my manager gets notified. Hey, are you aware that one of your laptops is landed?
It's in Athens.
Woke up from Athens, woke up in Athens, oh, really?
Weird.
Really?
So it's kind of funny, the moment, as soon as they install it, the very next
when
morning,
you were-
all these red flags, red lights, so we know it works. But
You were testing it.
yeah, exactly.
You're just testing the new system.
Anyway,
They might need it tested from other countries. Ask them. Hey, do you need this tested from France? Do you need this tested
But yeah,
from
the
Japan?
point- the
Do you
point
need this
remains-
tested?
the point remains the same. Is you're always thinking a little bit about work. Even
Yeah.
when you're not working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I did that thing a couple weeks ago where I took several days off. It was a total of 5 days. But it was so that I could work. Because there's things that I can't do during the day because my manager and everyone else asking me questions. I can't do my job that I'm being held responsible for.
You shouldn't have to do it that way.
So you have to take
That's-
time off so they think I'm gone and get my own work done.
So they don't bother you.
That's
I told
really
her that
dysfunctional.
she's just
That's so dysfunctional.
I'm like,
What if
you built this. You built this environment, lady.
What if do they honor your meeting availability? Like you're busy.
But yeah, she
Oh.
doesn't ask me any. I don't have to do it. I get off scot-free from everything.
Well, no, but in your calendar, if you set
'cause-
focus time for these 2
Oh,
hours
yeah,
every
yeah,
yeah.
day.
A lot of
Because
people.
the
Nobody
developers are
will-
often
nobody
louder
looks
and
at that.
encouraged to
Some
do
people
that.
are good. Like, oh, he's in a meeting,
No.
busy. I can't. He's off. They're off limits, right?
Right.
Some people are good about that.
Yeah.
No one pays attention to that.
Yeah.
So because that's how my one lead developer, he has to schedule a block of time where.
My manager does that.
Yeah, I've set it up for
Meetings,
2
so
hours
he can
every
get
single
his own
morning.
stuff
It's
done.
focus time.
Yeah,
So
Nobody
one
cares.
schedules
they
time.
they don't respect it.
Yeah.
I could probably, if I wanted to do that, they'd probably leave me alone for whatever time I set. But I don't really
Where did it end
have
up?
the problem.
By me. I got it.
Oh, there's another one too.
Are you just throwing my snacks on the floor?
Yeah.
I bring you these snacks, and you're just throwing them around the room.
Nope.
You did not.
It's all good, don't worry
hit
about it.
garbage.
It's a bit long.
It's somewhere I'll sweep it up eventually. Don't worry about it.
Eventually. Oh. Okay.
Should we explore the next
I
spot?
think we need to explore the next spot. You want me to do it?
We're really procrastinating, and I learned something today about procrastinating.
Are we
Yeah.
procrastinating? We just have.
Procrastinating isn't laziness; it's a trauma response.
Yeah.
So last time you did that thing, it was traumatic.
Isn't it great to
So I have a lot of
learn
trauma.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You learn.
Exclamation point.
Because then you're not so down on yourself anymore.
Yeah. I'm like, oh,
Because you up until then you thought I'm just lazy and not a hard worker.
completely changed the way you think about it. I'm like, okay, well, what happened last time? Oh, well, that's not going to happen this time. Solved. I can do it.
'Cause I'm really bad at procrastinating.
We already have the 349
Yeah.
cards. What number is that terrain card?
Oh, but this allows us to use magic if we need it. So leave it out.
Oh yeah. We can come back and
A
collect magic,
176.
or you could use magic near it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Is that
3 or 2?
diligent?
Yeah.
We have to decide on a number. 3 or 2.
Who's rolling right now?
Oh crap.
Who's doing the rolling?
Who's feeling the vibes?
It wasn't
It's a
me,
3 or
remember?
2. I think I was doing the last one. Then
Here,
we
my
took
turn.
We took it from.
Well, let's think, and then if we all agree on the same one, then it's got to
direction
be.
we want.
Okay, I've selected the card.
Well, what are our options?
2 and 3.
So we're gonna play this like rock paper scissors, but with it's 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've chosen. Ready? You got to do this too, Drew.
So how do we? Whoever wins decides.
The best out of
Majority.
3.
Majority is the number we go with.
Uh-huh.
A 2 or a 3.
What do you mean the majority?
We're all gonna shoot a 2 or a 3.
Oh, we're not doing paper rock.
Whichever.
We're doing
He
1,
did
2.
say that, but didn't explain
We're
the rest of the
doing 2 or
rules.
3.
I'm
Got it.
interpreting the
Okay.
things he didn't
I tried
say.
to.
Okay.
You
He
didn't listen
no,
to
he
my
didn't say
mind.
any of this. What he wants to do is shoot a 2 or a 3.
Because you had the
And
same
major-
idea. You just
the
didn't say
majority
it.
of them
Okay,
that are shown is what number we're
Are
going
we
with.
doing shoot?
1, 2, 3,
On
shoot.
Okay.
Right?
1, 2, 3, and then shoot.
Yes.
On 4.
On 4.
You ready?
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Okay, it's
Now
3.
we know who's in tune. We'll know who's in tune with this one.
Oh, nope. We lost it. So block that.
You guys.
And we get a 450.
Dadgum.
Nice and golden.
Ambrose, this was right. As you make your way through the collapsing lands, the tremors are getting more intense. Who knows how long you have before they become too powerful to be stopped? Terrified by the incessant shaking, the chosen bird begins their animal instinct and refuses to move forward.
Okay.
So I pick it up.
It refuses. It's just a chicken.
This is a chicken.
Okay, so we have a mandatory action of
We need 2 cards.
formulating. It's 2.
Just
0 successes. Okay.
so who has
Somebody
2 cards?
I know.
OJ has a whole lot of cards. Is your health down?
I've been trying to recover. Often.
Have you been recovering?
I'm down to just 20
Okay.
HP.
I'll just lose 2 cards.
Okay, what is it?
But I'm trying to recover in between
431.
because of what had happened.
Regis,
And then give me a 4.
these go
Oh,
somewhere.
I only need 1 of
4,
them.
3, 1.
Oh yeah.
You try to reason with the chosen bird, but nothing works. You change tactics and try to take its mind off the present situation. You must have a lot of questions about the collapsing lands. Perhaps I could satisfy your curiosity.
Here's a mushroom.
Distracted by your intervention, the chosen bird
Feed it a
goes into
mushroom.
deep thought before testing you with the question.
Oh no.
Roll a
Shit.
die.
Okay.
Big
1.
ask.
Do you hear that?
You roll-
You rolled a 1. Do you hear that? I'm not hearing
I
anything.
don't hear nothing.
Nope.
Who rules the city of Kale now?
Shit.
The 4. There's these 4 people that are a council of 4 or something, and they're in charge.
4. What are they called though?
4
Council
horsemen?
of 4.
Council of 4. That
Council
sounds right.
of 4.
Yeah.
Sounds like a thing.
They're who run Kel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not 3. There's not a
Not
single
5.
ruler.
All right.
It's
so
4.
read 4, 3, 6 for the answer. The answer is
Council of 4.
the committee of 4.
Committee of 4. We were really close.
No, just teasing.
That was close enough.
If you gave the correct answer, take a 49 card and return the dialogue book.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well that's it. So we just need to not roll a 1 again the next time, because there's gonna be more questions, I guess.
Okay.
There can't be. We're never going to see this thing again.
Well, there could be another.
Oh, return this.
Oh, return it. Oh. Well, you might as well just keep it out. We're gonna keep getting that in a second.
So was that somebody's?
So now we
was
can
there
move
an
on to
involved
this.
Character that.
All of us.
basically-
We were all involved
Okay, so
having a conversation.
if we've already heard the question, then we re-roll in.
Okay.
If you've already answered all the questions. Oh wait.
Block an objective.
Well, I guess that by the end you lose. After answering all the questions, you lose 5 cards.
Okay.
So
So far, we're
between
okay.
the 4 of us, I guess. is
Okay.
Yeah.
what That is.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good so far.
Okay. Who wants to move us?
No, not me.
Are you out?
Yeah,
I'm not out. I could keep doing it if you want. Keep being
Don't
the-
you have 4 hand? You can have 4 hand cards.
I can. Yeah.
How come you only have 3? You
Because I've
holding out
been
on
using
me?
stuff.
He maybe used it.
I've been like healing people and shit.
I can move
You
us.
want, you want me to move?
Sure,
You can do
or I
it.
can.
It's gonna cost us all a lot, but right? Because we all have to spend 2 anyways.
Oh yeah, we're all.
We do?
Yeah. Just the first person has to spend 3.
Okay, so I have to recover now.
During
Actually,
action,
before we move, you should probably recover.
you were recovering before we moved. I moved. You didn't move yet.
Okay, so that's
I moved.
Only this
so-
guy has moved.
so it's an automatic fail
You
because of that.
okay.
Plus,
Well, hold on. That was only during an action, wasn't it?
Well, it's
Or is it
this.
just any
It's
kind of
this
recovery?
one.
Oh, okay, that's it.
When a character performs a recovery, if they have a weakness, which is what this is,
Mm-hmm.
they take a 13 card, which is what this is. If you're jinxed, their affliction makes them lose precious time. We block 1 objective and go on our way. And this is done for. Next time you do 1 card, your jinx cards, and then discard this. That's done.
But
This
now you
is
do your
blocked.
recovery like normal.
Now, you now do your recovery.
alright, what did we got here?
Okay, we should probably clear off some of the map so we can
You just recover
properly.
like everything you can.
Do this.
However many health it takes for you to recover all your
Anything
cards.
special need to happen?
I think we just
I think-
discard those, right?
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna take these ones back.
Is this okay?
Taking them all back.
It's probably good there.
Should we discard them or put them
Just
back?
go all the way over.
Should I return them?
No, they go in here, don't they?
I don't remember.
No, we'll just leave them there for now, I guess.
I'd have to reread that part of the rules. Reading is so hard. Oh, why?
We'll put them there off to the side a little bit.
In case we need to walk all the way back and read.
Something.
I'm sure they thought of whatever this is. The
Yeah.
whole thing ends at the egg. I bet we don't walk back.
I have a feeling that's the end of the threat. It's the end of this.
When we hatch the golden egg with our intelligent chicken.
Yeah. Well, when you say it out loud,
Did I phrase that wrong
does
somehow?
it doesn't sound nearly as epic. Our magic chicken that we've found at the market.
Our magic smart chicken is going to go hatch a golden egg.
Great.
Or if
Okay.
unhatch a golden egg.
Awesome.
Exploring.
He's gonna untouch it.
I need 2.
You
Wait.
pick up.
I should probably recover before we're in the middle of an action. Except maybe I just don't have anything to do with the action.
Just don't be a part of it.
I'm not a part of this.
That's fine. I
This
don't
is
like
a
you
you
anyways.
thing.
This is an ish me, not an
This
ish
is an
you.
issue.
It's like an ish you, not an ish me.
Where
pick
did you
up-
get that from anyway? Because now I use it all the time.
I love it so
If
much.
you say Parks and Rec, I'm going to be so pissed. 'cause
No.
That'll be the second thing you've done to
Don't
me.
be
There are
suspicious.
Parks and Rec.
Don't
No!
be suspicious.
Makes
Don't
me
be
so
suspicious.
mad that I
Don't
quoted
be
Parks and
suspicious.
Rec.
It's such a funny.
Are they?
Every time I'm trying to be sneaky, and I'm clearly not being sneaky at all, that's just nonstop going through my head. Don't be suspicious.
those 2.
But I
are
don't
so
even.
funny.
But the funny part is I don't
quoting
at all think of Parker Rex or even see that scene in my head.
It's just the audio clip.
It's just the audio clip that
Lives
goes through my
rent-free
head.
in your head.
That lives rent free in my head. But no, that came from a streamer I watch.
That's a good one.
Okay.
So yeah.
Suspicious, don't be suspicious.
So you pick up several fist-sized spiky shells. Blowing into them or shaking them vigorously after filling them with sand produces harmonious sounds. I have spiky conches.
Along with your.
So during
Juggling balls?
So during a fight or a target thing, I get a free star. And I also have a fragile music projectile.
Fragile music projectile.
Yeah, that was my nickname in high school.
Fragile music.
Fragile music projectile.
Yeah.
Let me throw
We-
this
we need a-
contrabass clarinet at you.
Oh, God, I could have killed people with my instruments that I play. They're all huge. 2, 4, 5. And
Okay.
then we have to do 450 again.
We're in trouble.
So I'm just going to pull this out. You could do the 431 thing again.
Why are we on that?
Oh, after we pay 2
Why do
cards.
we keep having to do 450? Oh, we can't do anything.
Because we can't do anything anymore.
Okay, this one finally goes.
Okay, so
But someone has to pay 2 cards for us to do this part.
I'll do it.
Oh, Oh, we gotta answer questions again.
Yeah.
Okay, roll the die.
I need to recover here soon. 2.
Perfect.
It's freaking trivial. We have to remember things. This game makes us like remember where a tile was like 4 weeks ago.
There is like so much remembering that you have to do in this game.
Ready?
Yeah,
No.
let's do it.
What animal with crystalline skin lives in the mire?
These are the frogs. Aren't these the toads?
The mire
Toads.
is the like the swamp that's south, right?
Yeah. These are the horned
Horn frogs?
horned frogs? Crystal toads. Crystal toads.
Towards?
Doesn't that sound right? Because that card has a picture of like these 2 or 3 little crystal frogs on it. Right?
I don't remember
I
that.
don't remember any of this.
I remember their crystalline creature. I'm failing to remember the toads part.
Are they not frogs? I don't know how to mispronounce frogs to fit into their whole paradigm.
Yeah.
So it's not feeling towards sounds kind of right. Towns? Instead of a toad, it's a towernd.
Towers.
Crystal.
Were they toads though?
Like whatever you do, it's like it like stretches your jaw in a weird way where you feel like you have to kind of like pop your jaw.
It's got to go sideways.
Some
You're not pronouncing O-U-R-N correctly if your jaw doesn't go sideways
Pop.
as well as up and down. Tower.
like it feels like my jaw pops every time you say it. Sorry.
Because it looks so painful. They
Yeah,
trying
so
to get
it's
the
like-
letters out.
It's like I'm mouthing it with you or something like that. And oh man.
They're crystal.
What was it?
tower.
Was it toads?
I don't really know. That's what I thought that card was on it. And like,
I mean, that sounds like logically like it would be the right thing in that
it's like
area.
a trick card where if you succeed at this one thing and get close to them, you're in trouble. But if you're quiet or something else, they attack you or something like that. If you do the opposite of what like that action says to do, if you do the opposite of like the logic that whatever the action is
Yeah.
when you are succeeding.
Was it?
Anybody remember?
Like I can like kind of remember the event and what we had to do to like do it, but I can't fully remember the creature. But I'm willing to just bet on it being a toad. I kind of want to say rat, or lizard, but that
Could it be a lizard of some kind?
doesn't necessarily feel 100% either.
A gecko? I don't think that's something
Gecko.
I've run into.
I don't know.
It wouldn't be on our map, would it?
I doubt it, but I can see if there's like a creature
Like
symbol
an
on it.
animal?
That card, have
Oh,
we?
the picture, the fresca.
It's not.
No, it's not that.
It's not on the fresca,
'Cause that's not from.
It's like not a bird or a fish.
but it had a map of the entire area. It might have frogs down there.
And they make like this crystalline sound.
Yeah, there's no creature on here. Just like a skull and a bunch of like wilted trees.
Wait,
I
the
don't wanna be
bird is
wrong.
asking us this?
Yeah.
I don't want to be wrong, but I think it's like a frog or toad.
I'm willing to bet that because that sounds logically correct. The only other one that I can think of is like I feel like we've run into lizards a whole bunch, or like rats or something like that. That's the only other one I can think of that could be it. But Toad sounds like a very Meyer thing that we would have run into, where we would have been like, oh, we could kill that easily, and we go to kill it, and it's like, that was the absolute wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
And we went to do it again, and we're like, okay, you like back away from it or whatever.
There was some like try to sneak past it, and if you do that, you're a dead man. But if you make noise, they're like, oh.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can just
yeah,
go
that
away.
sounds more
It's
right.
something like that. Where like you think sneaking past them, if you succeed at that, you're golden. But like that's where you fail, is if you succeed at the action. Then you have to fight them.
Because they got all upset, yeah. Wouldn't have been a bird.
I don't think. I mean, we run into problem birds diving at us and stuff like that.
Never a crystal.
I don't think
one.
that it was a crystal bird.
Let's go with toads. I'm
I
willing to
think
go
it's
with
a
that.
frog or toad, like a crystal towered.
I'm willing to go with that. That sounds
You know.
correct.
Hold on a second.
Is he taking a picture of the crystal toad?
No, I'm just looking at the map. Trying to remember how long ago I took that picture.
There's the red birds. There's the grubs down there. But there is something we run into. It's part of. It's one of the exploration cards.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's crystal toads of some kind. Some misspelling of a crystal toad. Towards. That sounds. Right, maybe right.
That sounds,
It does.
Sounds wrong in such a right way. Let's go for it. Let's bet it all.
Bet it all on the towards.
There it is.
Oh, did you find the fresca?
Oh, that is the fresca. Okay, go
Where's
this
the
direction.
Meyer? Is this
It's-
the Meyer? Or is this it?
I think this is like the mire. It's a snake. It's a crystal snake.
There's like a turtle. Is that, no, that's like a lizard.
I don't think it was a snake, because it was like a group of something.
Yeah, that was. I think so.
Lizard. Okay.
There was like a few of them.
Okay, we read
It could have been a
415
lizard.
for the answer.
We are not to
What'd
where
you
we
say?
need to be at. Crystal towered toward.
If you give the correct answer, take a 49 card.
What's the correct answer?
Crystal Toward.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my
remembered correctly.
God. What the heck?
have chosen wisely.
I even misspelled it right.
Like, it sounded familiar enough, but I just wasn't sure if it was the swarming one. And the only counter I had was the
So
lizard.
what's the 049? Glimmer of Hope? Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we got a glimmer of
So we
hope.
got another Glimmer of Hope.
All
I
right.
mean, wait.
And now we wait to do that again.
Yeah, okay. There's something with the Hope Reborns. We get rid of all the Hope Reborns for one of the failures. Yeah, block all your Hope Reborn cards. Every time.
So we ought to do that for the next one.
Yeah.
So the next time we fail, though.
We'll sacrifice this one, which is it's an automatic fail to reveal.
And
this
then we'll
tile
get
for us.
another Glimmer of Hope.
So we can block two more things, 2 more moves, essentially.
We'll do this instead of.
We should have done this one earlier, but we can do this one and that one next for the next time.
If all of your Hope Reborn cards are blocked, take a 450 card. Otherwise. Oh, we should have done this before we lost all the objectives.
We'll just lose it this next one for sure.
We're gonna misread that on our next failure, on our next train card. We're gonna misread how this goes.
Okay.
Okay, who wants to pay for the movement?
I can.
Oh,
I
did
just
you
recovered.
move us there? No, I needed to have recovered. Okay,
We'll do recovery.
I'm a failure. Got no potential.
Did you already move us all and do all
Yeah.
the things? I think I'm doing it anyways. 3 cards.
Yeah, and then 2 for the rest of us.
Okay. Oh, this is the balance one.
7.
This is dodge. I think this one's balance. So that's climb and a hand.
5. That hurts a lot. Is there some kind of action we can do that like gets us out of it?
Just magically. This is this
All right, we're all down a lot of health.
All right, I've got lots of skills. I got all my skills out,
one. Ready?
no matter what happens.
A link waves to you. Unfortunately, a turbulent river stands between you, rushing so loudly that any conversation is impossible.
Yes, that's so sad.
This is costly to try to get to him. We could try to cross the river to get to him.
I don't think now's the time.
And because you're cumbersome with your axe, it's even harder. So we could just go on our way and not do it.
Nah.
And we sacrifice this to.
That's a 6, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sacrifice that.
Which actually just take all the glimmer of hope because we just immediately get this.
We only have 4 of them. We need
Oh.
one more Glimmer of Hope. So this is blocked.
Oh, that's right. It has to be blocked as well. So
Is there a hand card that somebody wants to unblock? 'Cause you can't unblock it if you just give up a blessing.
No.
actually,
If it's worth it, giving up a blessing.
so I could get restoring aura back, which would allow me to give somebody 3 life points if I succeeded.
Okay, that's
Does it allow me to put it in my hand or just put it in my deck?
unblock. No, just unblock one. So probably back in your deck.
I would
Oh, if you
lose
eat, all he's got to do is eat this?
3 feasts.
It's kind of free then, right?
Well, you gotta return
I have to return a blessing,
a blessing.
Oh.
Yeah. So
which
it's an exchange.
just 3 fists for me. It's probably worth it
Yeah.
because I don't use fists.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll do that. And then if I land this before I have to use this, then I can give someone 3
Nice.
hit points, which would be useful.
Well, what do you want to? You're supposed to be on the terrain, but
Yeah, I'll eat it when we get there.
you must
Okay.
be on the same terrain card.
Oh, it's not right
So,
now?
Well,
Then we move up.
yeah, somebody's got to move.
Who's doing the big move?
Oh,
Costs
That's
everybody.
me.
You do 3.
I'll do 3.
The rest of us do 2. Second wind.
Second wind, that's what I'm
Could
doing.
be good too.
Okay, this is good. I haven't drawn my reflex yet. Alright. I've got all my half stars. I've drawn all my half stars out. Alright.
Dang it.
My deck is loaded.
I need help deciding what to replace my second wind with.
Those are all good hand
Because
cards. All those are good.
when am I gonna need this wild card? Anytime soon?
Till I give to somebody else.
That's less likely than you're chained and you're guaranteed success.
Yeah.
That's like half a success. Those other 2 I think are better cards.
Okay, I'm gonna put my.
I think second wind is critical.
I'm gonna replace that with my second wind. Okay, now we gotta do our
We already did that.
penalty.
We're okay.
We
We had to get rid of the.
We got rid of Hope Reborn,
Okay.
which we should have done 3 failures ago.
which
We
now we
started
just
with it, but now we understand.
and now we just keep going up, right?
Yeah.
You pause for a moment and decide to inspect your equipment. If no involved character has a card with the keyword weapon or armor, discard this. Well, we have weapons and armor.
Something gets broken, I bet.
Something gets stolen by a bush.
Okay.
No involved character has a. Okay, so I guess we're forced to do a repair action. Chained 1, 2 successes.
Or we lose an item, or everybody has to do that.
Or one involved character blocks a card with a keyword weapon or armor if we don't succeed.
This is okay. It's a what? Chain 1?
Chained 1, 2 successes.
This is fine.
Because you could do a.
Yeah. Let's not waste more cards than it's got to be,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Because if I block the axe, it really doesn't really put us out at all.
I mean, I could also do the projectile. I mean, I got lots of options as well.
You
if I
got-
need to.
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't succeed.
Oh no.
Okay.
Right.
And-
114.
Mm-hmm.
114. Por favor.
Is that the terrain tile?
Yeah.
Por favor.
And then we have to answer another chicken question, which is going to cost us another 2 cards.
6, 6, and all 6s.
And we got the Flagentia.
I eat it.
Dude. Oh, I only have
You were supposed to watch him.
Too bad. Ate it.
Yeah, I watched him. It was funny.
So it's 4, 3, 1. And someone has to pay 2 cards. I'm
2?
getting pretty low. Yeah, 2.
3? 2 of us?
Are we all down to like
No,
50?
2 to talk to the chicken.
Somebody's got to talk to the chicken. You want to
Baka.
talk to the chicken?
Yeah.
Okay, roll the die. Where can we go? Where can we go from the gurgling coaching in? Where can we go from the gurgling?
Oh, it takes you down to Kel, I think. Doesn't it?
Is
Fast
that the
travel?
boat? Is that the boat like the ferry to Kel? Maybe.
Gurgling.
Gurgling
It sounds like
coach?
it's on the river.
Oh, I thought it was the up in the lake. Not that one.
Oh, is it the town up here, the library?
Not the library. It's like on the other side.
But where can you
Lake.
go from the gurgling coaching in? You can pay that person like provisions or something to go
Right.
somewhere.
But I thought it takes you to Kel.
Is it Kel?
Yeah, there was someone up here that took you like by carriage to Kel. I could see that being an inn.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a coaching in that is carriage. The coach.
That sounds right.
Where else did it take you?
Wasn't there 2 places?
I feel like there's 2 Well,
Well, there's a place on the water bank where it could take you across the water, right? Is that what you're thinking?
no.
No, the
this-
thing up here, like had the library, but there was no like water around it. It seemed like the coaching inn would let you go 2 places.
like Kel or the tower.
I thought Kel or Waterbank. Kel and at least Kel.
At least Kel.
We know you can go to Kel from there.
Okay, well, I could
That was
say-
a strong
I don't
word.
know how.
Not really confident about any of the other things. Pretty sure we know Kel. You can go to Kel. Go to Kel.
Yeah. Kel off.
And Waterbank.
Go Kel
Why
yourself.
is he looking at me like
I
that?
had no idea.
Final answer?
Would you like the photo for it?
Give yourself the benefit of the doubt.
I think it's Kel and Waterbank. You can go to either of them if you trade 2 barter items.
That's correct. Good job. Well done.
He had me psyched out, and I was going to revert all my answers and say something completely different.
See, who says I'm going senile? Look at these things I'm pulling out. This isn't early onset dementia.
It's something.
You guys would testify to that, right? I was like, if hypothetically, if somebody asked. No, he still totally has it together. All these things he remembers.
Yeah.
Glimmer of hope, please.
So that should give us a hope reborn,
Yeah, it does.
if there's one left.
Because if you remember things, you're not crazy.
Crazy? I was crazy once. Locked me in a room. Wrote a room. For a room with rats. Rats? Rats making me feel crazy.
Okay. We're okay.
Crazy? I was crazy once.
We just need to go north. Right?
Well, we have to move there first.
Our tiles keep
The
disappearing.
tile left.
The map is just going away.
What is this, Mario World or something?
Okay, who wants to do
It's a
the
tremor.
initial move?
I can do that.
You should do it.
I don't want another hand card to have to choose. I like my hand.
I'm
the way
down
it
to
is.
17 hit points.
Oh,
I'm at
15.
15. How are you 17?
Oh, I need to recover more then.
We
I'm
recover
at
the whole
15.
thing at once.
Oh.
Right? Yeah. We're just going like, okay, 7 health.
Max out.
That'll give me all of my cards back.
Yeah, I'll have to recover here soon.
Not my luck.
So,
Probably after
oh,
this.
that's not travel. That's
Well, it is. Oh, yeah.
that would have been
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Next thing. A body emerges from a hole in the ground.
Human?
Okay.
What?
You approach it and see that the unfortunate man has been cut in two at the waist. Burrowers, no doubt.
Golly.
Too bad.
We have to do a thinking action.
That's the one thing I can't do.
Chain of 0, 2 stars.
A chain of 0, so we have to go up the chain. So I could do.
Is
both
there
of
a-
those. I can up the chain
I can technically up the chain.
and get a free star.
Oh.
So you'd have to get a star from a card. What's the negative result?
Well, it's chain 0, success 2. You said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we fail,
You should be able to get.
If we fail, we have to discard all blessings.
You should be able.
oh well,
Do we
Oh.
care?
who still has blessings?
I got no blessings.
No.
And if you have none, take a 002 card
Oh.
for whoever's doing the action.
We
Exhausted.
don't want. I don't remember what the 2 is. Yeah, it's a weakness. We don't want weaknesses.
Well, if it's exhausted,
We don't want
that-
any
that'll
weaknesses.
get rid of our exhaustion.
I don't know if 2 is exhaustion or not.
I can't remember.
Would that be
Well, what would be most likely? 'Cause
thinking? Thinking could be exhaustion.
Confused.
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 Yeah.
We don't
There's
want a
another-
weakness.
There's
We-
another one. In here.
We can't.
We are
define
trying to
it.
hold back our disgust from seeing a body cut in half.
We don't. We can't. We don't want to risk a weakness.
Alright. Okay, so let's see if I can do it. Oh well, I could do.
You can
I
draw a
could
couple.
choose. I could choose. Yeah, I could choose one.
Yeah, I think a chain 1 success 1 is doable. For me.
Got it. And that was the second card I drew.
Okay.
Okay, roll a die.
What? That wasn't part of the bargain.
Oh, now he gets to roll a die. 5. Take a 249 card.
Did you find the other half of the body?
I don't know.
249. Oh.
But you hold back your disgust.
Choose a number. 1 to 4.
1. And get out a
Oh, is that a
257.
jam?
Arcanist
Oh, it's a
potion.
Okay.
You have recovered a decanter containing a pinkish
257.
liquid. A faded label showing a ladybug hangs from the stopper. Ladybugs. Remember this?
I'll be a ladybug.
Ladybugs are great. They get you magic items.
I drink it.
So this gives us 4
Oh, I eat it.
swirlies
257?
and 2
Oh.
life points.
4 swirlies.
He uses swirlies.
I don't have a card that utilizes them
This
right
doesn't
now, but
sound
that's
like I
big.
heard you right. 257?
Yeah.
Do I keep it? Do I
As
get
you
to
make
keep
your
one
way
of these?
towards them, the earth opens up with a deafening crack. Okay, a few sheep are grazing in the sparse tufts of yellow grass that grow here.
Oh.
But as you make your way towards them, the earth opens up with a deafening
Swallows
crack,
them.
engulfing the poor animals as they
Oh.
bleat in terror. There are burrowers in the area, best not to venture in. Immediately after this is revealed, if an involved character has a card with the keyword weakness, you are overcome with despair at the thought of the vermin continuing its destructive work in this part of the collapsing lands. Take a 129 card. If it is not available, block all your Hope Reborn cards. Otherwise, tell yourself that it is better in this position than the position of those poor sleep. Take a 154 card.
Yes.
Right, all
And
right.
it stays.
That's
We
just blocking
cannot
our way. We have to
pass.
go around.
Oh, you stupid.
You are lucky. Immediately after this is revealed, if you have a your Jinx card, enter the Evil Eye card in play, return them, which we don't. Who is this?
Who's what?
Who explored? Was it me? Who did the exploration? Oh no, this was just a terrain card.
Yeah.
Okay, well who does this go to? That doesn't make sense.
Well, I
It's a
I
terrain
explored it. It was a group action. He did the action, but it revealed the terrain card.
'Cause
I don't
spent-
know.
A terrain card providing a blessing doesn't make it very clear.
Then
as
we
to
can just choose who gets it.
who gets it.
What is it?
Okay, roll.
It's a you are
Highest-
lucky. So when you must
highest
take
number.
113 card.
Highest number.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
6.
All right.
1.
Okay.
Don't leave it up to. Yeah, just leave it up to chance.
Okay.
So
We need to go around.
I think we want to go this way.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably.
I would concur.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I will concur.
At least.
Okay. Footprints, which appear to be recent, lead to a hole in the ground a little further on. If you'd rather go on your way, discard this.
What kind of food?
Wait.
Wait.
Is it a picture of a footprint?
No, there's not a picture of a footprint.
Look closer at the card. Is there a footprint on there?
Dang it.
Just text.
Listen. Look
No
at the card
footprint.
again and tell me if you see foot tracks
There's no
on a card.
footprint.
You're not reading it close enough.
There's no footprint. We could spend a card and talk to somebody,
No.
but that sounds like it would lead to something awful.
Sounds bad.
So I think we'll just go on our way and reveal 107 and have to talk to the chicken, I assume.
Yeah, probably.
Which means
Hell. A structure made of trees resembling a
knock on that
gigantic
card?
cage has grown where the Seeing Lane crosses the river. Son of a bitch.
is this another impassable thing, or is this like a skill check to get across?
It's just the wrong direction.
The hell?
But we have to do the chicken. The chicken says 450.
I think we really had to go north.
Do you have the chicken card?
It's right here.
Okay.
Two cards.
I'll spin the two.
There's
Which-
no way to get rid of that north card.
I guess it does.
It
Is
can.
there like 3 cards along here to go up here?
Oh. I spent the cards.
You have to go that way. So 431.
Roll a die.
4. So we've done 1, 2, 5, and 4.
Yeah, I think so.
Can you name 3 famous necro druids? Nenadizar
Dedahan?
Yes.
Dadahem.
and that lady with the crown, right? Nenadizar.
Gone past my memory. I don't remember anymore.
I don't know.
Our Citadel is Nenadizir's. The one up here is Dadahem's. Right?
Yeah.
Who was the... This was the pumpkin person.
Yeah.
The Great Worm? There's something about worms. The Worm Master. The Worm Lord. The Worm Keeper.
That was the bad guy. While the other bad guys, who were the Necro Druids, fought off the original worm bad guy.
That, what Wes said.
That's not an end.
Oh,
Oh, it kind of sounds like one.
None of the...
Wait, what did you say?
there was the Great Worm, the Worm Keeper, the Keeper of the Worms,
Don't listen to him.
the
The
Great
Worm Lord.
Worms, the Slimy Worms.
Worm Riders.
And the burrowers. Who are the burrowers?
They were run by the Burrow Master.
There was like a Master Keeper, something like that, right?
Worm master.
Worm Master?
I don't think... That's not a Necro Druid.
Yeah,
Yeah, you had to be
No,
an Necro Druid to control the worms.
No.
yeah, the Worm Master.
Otherwise, the worms just go mad and crazy, and then you
That
deal
is
with the
not our
Seeing
final
Lane.
answer.
Without a word master, you get the singing lane that you have to walk all
Don't
over the
listen to
place.
them. It's not the final answer.
What if?
Mina Desir, Dadahim. We have books we
What
can
if
read. We have books.
Maybe that'll prompt our memory.
Okay.
jog our memory.
Once upon a time, smiling boy. It's Solruba.
Watch us read books. Stream. Oh my gosh.
Watch the viewers pile up
Yeah, we're not reading out loud. Yeah.
as we silently read to ourselves.
Here's the heroes. Amber Knight.
Oh no.
Oh, now I kind of wanted to start streaming and do that. Just like be sitting on like a comfy couch, just
Just
silently reading to myself.
Silently?
Every now and then
silently
you
do it.
chuckle.
It's just like chuckle or go, and then turn the page. Like try to loudly turn the page every single time. That would be so funny. You know, if that got on Reddit, if someone posted on Reddit and it got any kind of traction, just for the memes, people would be piling into that stream.
Yeah.
The chat would be asking you like what part you're at. They'd be posting spoilers.
You're not reading chat, you're reading the book.
Yeah. Chat would be completely ignored.
Yeah.
Like you'd set up all this stuff for them to entertain themselves. Like their things would be read out loud.
Make
I
sounds
wouldn't
and
hear any of it. They
things.
could make sounds, do effects on the screen. Maybe do like the fishing thing that some people do. But I don't hear or see any of it, and I'm just silently reading a book to myself. That would be so funny if that caught on. That'd be so funny. And
The microphone is
and-
right
and
next
you-
to the book, so it's
Yeah.
ASMR page turning.
Yeah, just super loud page-turning. And you know if enough people saw that would like spread that online, it would go. It would be like the duck feeding one. Do you remember what happened with the duck
Yeah.
feeding one?
No, I don't know.
One streamer accidentally came across it. Famous streamer came across it while he was live, and like you could pay bits to feed the ducks.
Oh, yeah.
In like a pond, and then suddenly, that channel is making
Insane.
loads of money because there's just thousands of people that watch these ducks in a pond, and if you pay bits, food dispenses out of this thing, and the ducks come over and go for it.
Yeah.
He did one funny thing where he like gave like 1,000 bits, and it basically just dumped the whole container of treats for the ducks, and they all just went crazy. And now,
They all got fat. And
now
couldn't
tons
fly,
of people
and they
flock to
died.
that stream. So you just need like one instance of that while you're sitting there silently reading a book. And realistically, you could just not be. You could have like an earbud in and be like scrolling on your phone as long as you have the book open. You just turn the page every once in a while. Who cares? You don't even actually have to be reading a book. Oh, I think
That's beautiful.
that's my money making machine right there. I just have to read a book on stream. That would be so funny. I kind of really want to do that now.
No interaction at all.
Do you go
No
to the
interaction at all.
ASMR section for the page turning?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, they probably wouldn't hear it because they're going to be making all their own little sound effects in stream constantly that I'm not going to hear. No, you don't interact with them at all. And that's what makes it so...
You know, like only the dialogue is out loud, or something like that.
I mean, you could. You could like do a redeem where you read a sentence and then it turns into a game for the chat to figure out what book you're reading.
It's just you just put like a paper bag cover over it,
Yeah.
so they don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And they have to guess what book you're reading.
Yeah, if they do a certain
Except you're
if they
not
do a
reading
certain redeem
chat.
for bits. Yeah, if they give like 1,000 bits, I'll read a sentence out loud.
Whatever the next sentence is.
Yeah, just whatever
it's
the next
read out
sentence is
loud.
I've come across, and it's their game to like figure out what book I'm reading before I finish the book.
That would be really funny.
I kind of really want to try to do that now.
So,
I'm into it.
Sorry.
That was a brilliant idea. That no one will
I'm not
ever
gonna
do.
remember the third one, are we?
Oh, we were trying to think of.
You guys were reading
Nick
books
drew.
silently.
Oh, that's where that came from. I was like, how did I get to a silent?
Did you ever
Is
read
there-
through all the books?
Datakim. These
Yeah.
names are so bizarro world.
Yeah.
You're not just gonna like remember one. Now we have come across somebody we were supposed to remember because like his coat of arms or something. Like if you know what the skull and whatever means.
Yeah, it says
blah.
Troop 22 or something like that.
We don't know.
I think we wrote it down.
Blue Giants.
Would there be any names given on?
Oh yeah. Oh, northeast of the carbon line, explore sixes. We want a 77-623 bag with skulls.
Yeah. That's it. That's the troop. Or something. What are the other expansions called?
Alchem's Awakening, The Final Throne.
Nuts.
So look back through the threat booklet.
The Unvilers.
I don't remember even a context in which we've been told.
Nazib?
What?
Nazib? Plains of Nazib?
Yeah, I like it. I vote yes.
It's better than no guess.
Plains of Nazib. That sounds like a Necrodruid type name.
Yeah, Nazib. Dedechem. Then there's in the ears here. And
This was before the collapsing lands, though.
There were Necrodruids before the Collapsing Lands.
yeah.
No, they were a result of the Worm Master. The druids used to be normal things before they started corrupting and making monsters of all the plants.
Well, if you have a different name that sounds
I
like a
don't have a
Necrodruid.
different name. I'm just saying that's not likely. I don't have the right answer.
I don't have any other name to just even guess.
I say we go for it. I say we guess these three names.
Did we get it right?
Vizier,
The only one I remember is Biberanek.
Biberanek.
Where's that? That name sounds familiar. Where'd you get that name?
I read it in Necrodruid.
And the answers?
The glossary. Is
Oh.
that cheating?
No,
Because we've read that before.
we've
so
read it
does that
before, and we
mean
have a
Necrodruid?
bunch of intelligence. We've got
What's
a
our
knowledge of
intelli-
17.
Yeah, whatever happened to using our intelligence score for this kind of crap?
Like 17. We've got knowledge of 17.
Biberanek?
Yeah, it's like
How do we
rolling,
not know?
It's like rolling a history check.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brendan just remembered it.
Yeah, Bibrek. That
Yeah.
was something, right?
That name sounds familiar.
I've heard. Yeah,
Like
Brendan.
we've been told that and promptly forgot.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Beberek, Nenadazir, and Datachem.
Yeah,
460.
I'm into it.
I'm gonna shave my head tonight.
The answer is three of the following names: Nidadazir, Darahem, Sisenahom, Biberanek.
Yeah, good job, Brandon.
Nailed it.
Or Zizakabor and Vividin.
Hadn't heard any of those other ones.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Okay, take a 49 card.
Yeah. Yay for reading.
Woo. Except now we gotta reveal this thing. You guys ready?
I guess.
A curious bird with two pairs of legs hovers over you for a while when, without warning, it swoops down on you. If your intelligence score is 15 or higher,
Which it is.
is it?
It's 17.
17. Wait, yeah.
Um,
We're very knowledgeable. 17.
Okay, so during the result step, we can turn penguins into stars for a max of 2.
This is my jam.
It's a dodge action
I got dodge.
it's a chain 2 for success.
I got 2 dodges. Is the one with the guy going like this and the
Yeah.
ball near his head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So chain 2 for success, and you can turn 2 penguins into 2 stars. Well, a penguin into a star 2 times.
Chain.
Chain 2 for success.
Guess what Andrew is doing tomorrow?
I know because my mom has been talking about it for the last several weeks, and is so stoked.
A cooking party.
Nope, she's visiting my mom.
She's gonna go hang out with Brandon's mom.
And my mom is
Again,
so excited.
in some city.
She's so stoked.
Some city.
So Andrea historically has been really down on cities. Like we've been married for 20 something years, right? Like just a year shy of you guys,
Like
I think.
I want to go to Pleasant Grove and have lunch.
Vegas,
Oh.
Yeah.
New York. Let's go. Hey, I like some things in some cities. New York is the kind of place where I will spend 2 or 3 hours just walking across it because it's a spectacle. I will walk the entire few miles up the Vegas Strip until my legs hurt because it's a spectacle. It's just interesting. And Andrew's like, I don't want to go to Vegas. I don't want. Somebody's mom,
Besides,
a few years ago, it's like, hey,
if someone else has the
my
idea-
husband's going to be out of town. Do you want to come up to New York and hang out with me for the weekend? We can go. Would she have gone if I had invited
No,
her
no.
to
The
New
first
York?
time was my
No.
mom found tickets.
It was
for-
something special.
She like out of the blue got like some major discount on tickets to New York
But
for like
she-
the weekend.
Wasn't she doing a dance thing there too?
Just before that, she
Oh,
was doing a
okay.
dance thing, but she had found these insanely cheap tickets. She was like, Andrew, do you want to just come up for like a weekend for like 2 days? And so she came up and like they were doing the whole thing of like they didn't have money for anything else, so they were like turning the iron upside down and putting like something over it to like heat up their like lunch, their like mini lunch thing that they had found,
I didn't
and
hear
like going
about
get
that
like a
part.
small piece of cheesecake and like
I heard it was a
sharing
big
it
cheesecake.
and like sharing it in like the middle in like
On
the
the
corner of
floor.
the hallway on the
On the floor of the
floor,
hallway because that's a Friends reference.
like just doing all these things as cheaply as possible
Hanging out
and
in
just
New York.
exploring the city
Hanging
together.
out in New York. Yeah. Drop of a hat. She's like, yeah.
She's
And now they've done it
Brandon's
several
mom,
times.
Brandon's mom asked her to go to New York, and the very next day she's got tickets. Me with 20 years of marriage, like.
And now they've done
I
it
don't
like 5
cities. I
times
don't
or
like
something like
cities.
that.
Now, I'm really throwing under the bus. There's more to that of like how that actually happened, but because really it was we ended up going to Europe. Some special, like, I don't remember how I swung this, but she and I ended up going to Europe, and she was like, and we're in like Frankfurt
I use
and
these.
Paris and London
Might have to
and all
use
these things.
these.
She's like,
Okay,
that was
I'm gonna
actually
look at
really
this.
great, and that's when it was like, yeah, I'll go to New York.
Chain 2.
Because it was a
Successful.
trip with me where it actually was like, yeah, okay, cities
It's
aren't
not
bad.
too bad. Yeah.
We spent
I'm gonna
hours
do
walking
this.
across Paris
Go for it.
until our legs hurt.
I think they've done New York twice, and then they've done it a couple other times at other places now.
I don't think it's been that many.
I know it's
not
been New York
super
twice.
excessive. Was it New York twice?
I know they've done New York at least
There's my
twice.
chain 2.
So like she wanted to do this Tampa
Success
thing, and
3.
I was like, oh,
2 penguins.
I can't remember what I was
So you
doing.
don't
Like,
want-
I
I
don't
get
know.
all those. Yeah, I got 5, 6. 6 stars total. I blew it out of the water.
Nice. You dodged the thieving bird's attack. We move on.
Yes.
So we need a 093 card. And then we talk to the chicken again. Which
What's the symbol for this scenario? It's not the bag, is it?
I'm
it's
gonna
the
the
dude.
person?
It's the dude person silhouette.
No, I think it's different.
Are you
It's
kidding
the
me?
drums. It's the drums.
Could be the drums.
Is it the drums this
As long
time?
as it's not the bag.
Yeah, they're like
Five?
This
drums and
doesn't-
sticks.
Doesn't feel right.
That doesn't feel right.
Oh boy. No, it's
How
this way.
else are we supposed to go?
Can we get rid of that? We can't, right? There's no way to get rid of
Because
that.
there's 2 of these cage things. One of them is down below.
Yeah,
Here somewhere.
There's one that's complete. You know, that's a little.
You think this
looks
goes
like
out even
ruin.
further to get up
I
there?
think it does. Now that I'm yeah, because there's that other cage. It's like what Audrey was saying, but it's complete and it had those people in it.
And you think it branched off over this way?
Well, at least at this point, we're past the bridge. We could go up, or we can go that way, which is, I think, an option, right?
does this
Across the bridge.
Because there is a section here.
Because this
that you
bridge is
can't-
toast. But
does
here
this
we-
actually cross to the other section, or is there a ravine still in between us?
The ravine's here.
This is the ravine.
So we've gone around the
No,
No,
but I thought
ravine.
when you went up this way from the bridge, there was stuff blocking you from crossing over.
No, you can go through. There's a way through. That's one way, and then there's another way this way.
Yeah, there's like a
But
section.
I think
there's like
this
a void.
is it.
There's like a void here that you go around.
Oh, because there's like a rock canyon that goes straight up here.
So you think we ought to go this way and then up?
Because like last time we went, that's how we went to it the first way. It was like up from the lake, like straight that direction.
Oh yeah, well, like once you get up to the lake, you can cross into there. I can't remember this actually crossing all the way over, but if it did, then I believe you.
Where else would it go?
I thought it was just like adjacent, and there was like a single thing in between, a single row of tiles in between us the entire time. But I could be wrong. I mean, I can walk over here and see if this goes more this way, and we can try that.
Just wait.
He took pictures.
I know. I'm gonna go to.
He's gonna review.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
Review the
Stream.
footage.
Let's go to the replay.
Let's go to the replay, Pat.
But I thought that when we came to save the crazy people,
Yeah.
we went as far right as we could, and we went straight
Was
up
there
to
another
this.
up
And
still?
I don't remember.
Anywhere where we could go further east.
Not this low. I thought we had to go further north, which I think that's what that is. You have to go north more to go. Like, I think that's the way.
Well, this is the way we were supposed to go because this leads all the way up to the bird
Right.
place.
And I think that's the only way.
Because last time we went up and then we actually came back down. I don't know if you remember that. One time we went
Yeah.
up and then we came actually
Yeah.
back down. We're
And I
like,
think it was
and we're like,
through
oh my
here.
gosh, this is leading to
It
the bird
hooks up.
people again, to the cage people.
Yeah.
And then we had to go back home.
And I think it was through there. I think that's the only way this way, or else we have to go from the lake over.
So
there's only
this
two
has got to
directions.
make it all the way across somehow.
And going up.
Or we can't do
Because
it.
they're trying to make us go as many tiles as we possibly can and wind our way up there.
Okay.
Was
well, then-
did
Right?
this thing have the symbol on it? Was this for?
yeah.
It did. Okay. So
Well,
they-
no, it's the only one left, and it was like a special.
It's like they purposely blocked
I
us.
think
Yeah.
the beginning of the thread or something was like banish certain cards.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, there was.
That makes
There
sense
was
then.
that happened. I remember that.
Is that? It could be how we have to loop up this direction.
I mean, yeah. For some reason, I just don't remember this actually connecting. But
I don't. Because we
If it
come up
doesn't
this
connect,
and head
there's
this
no
way.
way.
We know this goes up. here and
Actually,
it
there
goes
is
to that.
another way.
What?
Through the
No,
underground.
Stop. Shut your mouth.
which there just happens to be an entrance to.
Oh, that's the entrance to it.
It's the second.
We're not
entrance.
going through the labyrinth. We can't make it through the labyrinth.
What if that's what they're trying to force us to do?
It was random where we came up at.
We cannot go back down there.
We can't do that. It'll take us back to the Citadel. Not to mention, it cost us like 30 cards to get in there.
Yeah. They haven't,
It wasn't that high.
they
but
haven't
it was
really
like a
utilized
ton.
that thing at all. There was the one time we went down there, and that was it.
Well, to be fair, there's like we've utilized a quarter of the map.
Yeah. Yeah.
While I was searching for names, I noticed all the cities all over the
How
place.
long
And I was
ago did
like,
we go up there? It was just the last one, right?
I don't know about the last one. Might have been.
We've been up there when we were trying
Because
to.
we had to find the egg, right?
It was when we found the. Well,
Or
I
the-
think we kind of went straight to the egg when we needed the egg.
I don't. It's the last. I don't know. I honestly don't remember.
I think our only choice is to go left. I don't think either of these do it.
I don't
Pretty
think
sure
s-
these don't do
I
it.
don't think so.
Northeast.
Because you have to go north, further north.
Yeah.
I think that's our only option.
I think I kind of agree with you. I think even if this does go this way, it's just going to lead out to
that's
stuff
gonna
further
go
out this
somewhere
way.
else.
So either we can go around this by like going around and up and back in, or it goes
Okay.
and crosses over.
I found a note I had written. I knew I
Okay.
had written something like this about this area.
Okay.
When we were doing the mental cases,
Uh-huh.
mental prison, I was smart enough to write down notes of how to find them again. So I said go furthest east you can from the Citadel,
Uh huh.
and then go north,
Yeah.
which means
So like here and
there,
then up there.
like, at some point over here, that's as far that way as you can go. Wherever these guys are is as far that way as you can go.
Okay.
So if they're one of these two spots, there's not a further east to go around.
You're right.
Okay.
That's,
Then
yeah.
Because my notes to get there is like from this is it says furthest east, then north.
well, we went as further east down here as we could, and it stopped. And then we went straight up, and then we just ran out of stamina. And we're like, we got to get back.
Yeah.
But
But like from the Citadel, furthest east would really be on this line, right? And we'd
All
go
up
as
here.
far as we can here, and then north to hit them.
there.
Which means there's not a further east. One of these. One of these.
No,
might go
I don't remember
further
either of those going.
east. I don't think they
East.
did.
I don't think
One of
they
those
did,
might.
but they could. I don't think they did. I think you're right. I think we have to go this way.
And wind back through the dry pool.
That or it goes up and back in.
Yeah, that's how I remember it. You don't have to go too far this way.
You
Like
don't have to go all the way to the old sea or whatever it's called, bottomless sea.
the
Well, if
bottomless
it does
sea's,
go to the
like,
bottom
right
of the
here.
sea, then
Bottomless
it'll
sea
show
is-
us something right here.
But we go around the edge of the bottomless sea.
We do go that way. You know the canyon that like goes straight north? Is that this? Because there's the canyon with like the windy T. Do you remember the windy T?
No.
Yes,
It was a
the
hint
cross.
that we had to do. We had to find the windy cross or something. Was a
Yeah.
hint we had to do
It's
to
like
find
that's
it.
like over here somewhere. I
That
think.
channel goes straight
This
north.
goes straight up through.
Is
I
it over
think.
here or is it over or this?
I thought it was this that goes straight up to the
Yeah, this
cross.
goes
It could
straight
be
up
this.
through to the city.
Okay, here it is. See that? There's the.
That's this spot we're talking about.
It goes up,
It's this that we're looking for,
and then
which is that card. That's this card. Is this one. So
Right
this
there.
card is that one, and then it looks like it goes
up.
north, maybe but we don't know how far. Can you zoom in on that?
Does it keep going
Does
west?
that keep going north? Oh, it doesn't look like it.
Well, better question. Does it keep going west and connect?
It like goes like this.
Okay. As long as it gets to this side, we can then get to this side and just go straight up.
That.
Freeze frame.
Freeze frame.
Zoom, enhance.
Oh my gosh. At some point in the instructions of this game, it should have at least mentioned or like said, we recommend taking notes or something like that. Because
notes.
Yeah, no kidding.
Instead, they leave you like 5 lines of text at the bottom where you can write notes.
oh,
But
that's
And
how would you know what thing to write notes on? I saw on a tile a little crack that looks like a cross, and there are windy marks across that tile.
So we're getting to the carbon line, right?
And here's
Yeah, we're
yeah,
trying
we're
to
trying
get
to
the
get
carbon
to the carbon line.
That's the carbon
That's the
line
hole
right
through
there.
the carbon line.
Right there. So
yeah,
we do
which
just
is
go
at the top
straight.
of this.
Yeah, we just go straight.
From here,
Yeah.
and it goes straight
Oh.
to. Yeah.
There's
That's
one.
the egg.
So straight north
So we
from
got-
this.
we got-
That's
I'm a
the
dummy.
egg.
We
That's
got
the egg.
3 more after this. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
The egg's here.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, duh.
Let's get her.
The egg's right here.
Yeah. I didn't think it was that far.
I'll move us.
All right.
We still got step 2, though.
Oh, I gotta recover.
I'll have to recover after this. Oh, come on. The card I want this entire time is in those last 2 cards, but I don't want to do have to do all the stuff. Okay, let me do a recovery.
I'm gonna use second one a little bit.
5, 6.
All right.
I'm down to 9 hit points.
All right.
I'll explore. Weird. Okay. Scattered debris testifies to the battle that raged here. You find half-buried barrel with the emblem of Necrodruid Datachem painted on it, the orange pumpkin on a black field. It is too damaged to be transported, but still contains some omnicura juice, a pasty sap used by the Legion to heal the wounded.
I eat it.
Immediately after this is revealed, take a 154 card. There isn't a 154 card.
Okay. Yeah, we've already used it.
Unless it's the lucky.
It is a 154. Yep.
Okay. If you'd rather go on your way, discard it. But this has an action available.
A healing action.
Does that mean it just stays here? How do you know whether it stays or not?
Yeah, it stays.
Okay. Where there's a heal, you get extra 2 stars for any healing actions right here. So that's pretty good if we get injured again, right?
Yeah. That's great.
Next
actually.
tile.
So that is, where? This one, 211?
Yep.
What are those things?
Those do look like edibles, don't they?
Does one of them look like a dragon?
I don't remember those.
I don't know.
Yeah, where the heck is your... Have you Googled that?
No, I probably should. At this point,
Like,
I'm going to. I haven't, but I
is
should.
it on the...
I'm supposed to just keep my eye open for it.
For that thing?
For this on a card.
Is it on the, diocese? What is the thing we looked at?
I don't
The
know.
picture on the wall?
Never thought about
The
googling it, but I should.
Fresca. Was that on the fresca?
What is that
It
even?
looks like a
It's a dragon
constellation.
thing. Yeah, it's a constellation of like a dragon. What's this game called again? Citadel? That's what it is. Jeez, I couldn't think of the name.
Okay, so
Good job, team.
Nailed it.
we're going to the ranch.
We are going to the ranch for Memorial Day.
Are we moving?
Well, we gotta do.
I'll do the move.
We gotta ask the
Oh,
chicken.
we have to talk to the chicken. Yeah.
Roll a die.
Why wasn't
Wait, did somebody spin 2 cards to talk to the chicken?
I'll spin 2 cards to talk to chicken.
Spin
Yeah,
2 cards to talk to the
do that,
chicken.
'cause I'm-
We already
I'm
did a
kinda getting
4.
low.
That was the Necro Druids, right?
Okay, so I gotta roll again?
Wait, what?
Yeah, roll again.
You need a 3 or a 6. Come on. You put so much effort into that roll.
What is the name
On
of
the
the
tiniest dice in the...
What is the name of the tavern in Waterbank?
Oh, shoot. We've only been to Waterbank once. A tavern in Waterbank? I haven't got a clue.
I don't remember a tavern.
The Babbling Brook?
Oh.
I know that's from something.
Probably
Not this game.
I don't remember.
Mermaid.
An egg. The Prancing Pony.
Mermaids are involved.
Wait, what are the name of the bar?
The tavern.
The tavern.
in Waterbank.
Prancing-
Something about a mermaid or a sea winch
Ooh,
or something along those lines.
I like this.
A harpy. What other things are like that?
The Happy Mermaid.
It's something like that, I think.
The Silver Maid.
It's something like
Silver
that.
Mermaid.
Mermaid or a
A Sea Witch. Probably not sea
something
witch.
like that.
Probably Mermaid.
Oh. I'm close.
The Happy Mermaid. The Bumbling Idiots. The
Ready?
Forgetful
Are
Adventurers.
you guys done?
Okay. Are you guys done?
Should I give you a hint?
Would we? Is there any chance of us remembering this at all?
Do
Am I on the right
do you
track?
remember it reading
You-
it?
In reading it, you go, oh yeah.
Something mermaidy or
Not
something like.
exactly. No.
Has something to do with the
dang it.
bottomless sea.
Fish?
4 legs.
The sheep?
Prancing Pony.
Black.
Black sheep.
The
sheep.
hound?
The Hounds.
The black horse.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Not at all.
Nah.
Doesn't even ring a bell.
Nope. I don't think I've ever heard that phrase in my life.
Okay. 481. You have to read.
No.
The chosen bird watches you carefully, seeing that you do not know the answer to their question. They fall back into dark thoughts. Even with the earth shaking from all sides, you have to remind the chosen bird of your mission's high stakes before they finally agree to set off again. One involved character must lose 3 cards.
It's not the worst.
Well,
I'll lose 3.
Stop that.
Okay.
That a few times.
Okay.
I'm going to second wind.
Oh boy.
I can move
And now I
force.
move.
Or do you
What
want-
is your health down to?
It's 15. How about you?
Okay, I'm at 12 now.
Oh, you are. Okay.
I'll move us. Is 2 or
You're
3?
12.
3 to
you're
move.
15. I'm 15. You're down to like
I'm down to 9.
9.
All right, I move us. Oh, look at all those stars.
Restoring aura. Okay, who wants 3 hit points?
Who's low right
Didn't
now?
you send your? I'm at 12.
I'm at 15.
I'm at 15.
Oh, so maybe I just give them to myself.
You're the lowest.
Okay, I'm gonna use these 3 cards to give myself 3 hit points, which I think is worth it.
Yeah, worth. And we actually move because I just paid the toll.
Okay.
No, we all pay a smaller toll. Oh, that looks good too. Oh, that looks good.
Alright, I'll
Oh, jeez, really? Okay.
explore. I'll explore.
Okay.
A skeleton lies at the bottom of a deep hole, a small leather bag beside it. If you'd rather go your way, discard this, or you have to climb up.
Not since somebody lost my grappling hook.
How hard is it to climb?
Like I knew you were gonna do that, and I was doing my best not to look down and be like, oh, it's not there anymore. You still brought it up.
I'm not gonna forget.
Success 3, huh?
I can torment you forever.
Damn, grappling hook was so useful.
So you just need. It's
How dare you roll the dice wrong?
Maybe it's not worth
Luckily,
it.
you've now been putting more effort into it.
discard this.
Now what? 115?
Yeah. And we get to talk to the chicken again.
Was this for the dialogue
No.
question?
No.
It was me
No.
mocking Brandon.
Just making fun of the way I roll these tiny dice with as much effort as I possibly can.
Whoa, I don't remember this.
We've only been here once.
It's an old windmill.
Is there a mushroom I can eat?
What is the punishment for failing the question?
Yeah,
That line
I didn't realize.
perfectly
I'll
between your
discard a
fingers.
card.
I'm going with that.
Sure, 3. Yeah, we already read 3.
That's the last one.
Nailed it.
Oh,
That
that
epic
roll.
now-
dice roll.
Now you can roll the dice.
What is the name of the rocky promontory located east of Waterbank?
East of Bank?
Rocky,
Rocky
promontory? Not the carbon line?
The carbon line?
East of
What's a
Bank?
promontory?
Is it is it that column? Kel's column?
No, we're way too far.
East of Bank?
Is,
Yeah. The colony.
The carbon line.
Is
Rocky promontory.
is that a promontory?
I don't know, what's a promontory?
It's kind of like a cliff, kind of like a.
The carbon line. It's the only rocky thing that's that
Carbon
direction.
line?
It's like the thing from Lion King
Ah.
where they dangle the babies off the edge.
For sacrificing?
Yeah.
For the Kumamatadas?
Yeah.
Point of high land that juts into a large body of water or headland.
That
Oh,
juts
that's
into
not
a
what that
bod-
is.
That juts into a body of water?
So, it
It's
is something
a
like
cliff,
right here.
So, Lion
It's
King,
this
but
thing.
all the animals are water.
What's the name of that thing?
Is that the elevator thing?
Oh, the elevator thing just before you get into Waterbank?
I always thought that was on the north though, but is that on the east?
On the east.
Well, it is on the east side of Waterbank because you go in from the east to get into Waterbank. I don't know.
What's the name
is
of
that
whatever
called-
that is?
What was that called?
Point of Highland that juts into Blue Ridge Body of Water.
What's the name of the promontory?
Yeah, it has to be a rocky promontory.
What a dumb question.
We could pretend like we got
The
another
black. It's called
feather
the
in
Black
that part.
Horse. It's Dead Horse Point. Dead Horse Point.
Oh, I haven't got a clue.
How?
Okay.
I don't know.
The answer is
Water.
the shell.
The shell?
The shell.
Okay. I don't. Again, we've only been to Waterbank once,
I wasn't gonna guess that.
All right.
which
well,
apparently I missed my chance to see the strange mark from in Waterbank.
Is it in Waterbank?
Yeah. Apparently, there's a permanent event card there, and you can see it on that.
From an
Okay, so-
exploration? So it would have been random anyways as we're exploring Waterbank?
What involved character
He was
uses
the
with
person was
powers?
very vague, but talked about a permanent event card there, like from talking to somebody. You know how you have like the ones that you can just like talk to and it brings up a permanent event. No, like talking to like one of these and it brings up an event that you can.
You know what? I got beef. If you're gonna put advice on the internet, like a guide, don't be vague because you're afraid of spoilers. You know what you do? You hide it, say spoiler alert, and then be very detailed for the people that want to see it.
You know what's
No
amazing
kidding.
is they hit it with that, and we're still extremely vague on the thing that you revealed.
Exactly. They're still vague because like, they don't want to give it away.
Like, I clicked on it because I want it given away. That's why I clicked reveal the spoiler.
Yeah.
Please give it away. Oh, I know.
I do like the ones that do put in like. There's some like puzzle games where the community is really good about like doing like a very vague hint, a more specific hint, and they do like 3 levels of hints, and then just like straight up give the solution.
Yeah.
When they do that, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Where you get like a couple levels of like how obvious the hint is.
Okay, what's our punishment?
3 cards. Who's gonna do
Who's
it?
doing it this time?
I can do it.
Since that's essentially 1 life point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just got 3.
Hey,
Okay.
Move up there. Does anybody need more hand cards?
I do.
They
I
want
guess
to
technically.
do 3 instead of 2.
I'll do 3. I just spent a bunch of hand cards.
I will have to do the second land. Oh, nice.
I am stacked. I have like 3 guaranteed successes over here in my hand.
I'm not very stacked.
Alright.
Bring it.
Damn.
I'm ready for the final puzzle.
You pass by a narrow cavity that would make an excellent shelter. If you are exhausted, you must take the following action. Otherwise, you may choose to take it. If you'd rather go on your way, you can discard 1 hand card to show a fist icon in the result area, or take. Okay, so we can discard this, but we'd have to sacrifice a hand card showing a fist class icon. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Oh, because it's blocking the way.
So
Otherwise, we could do a rest action where we try our luck.
I give up. I have a card, a hand card I can give up.
I don't like our luck.
Actually, so do I.
Fist?
Is yours super useful to you?
Not really.
Mine's
Fight. We haven't been fighting.
okay. Yeah, if you give up that, then we're golden. We can. Well, hold on. Discard 1 hand card in its result area, or take. Okay, yeah. So if you give that up, then we're scot free and we can move on.
Okay. The part I heard was give up a hand card.
So just discard it.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was.
Otherwise, we run the risk of like being poisoned by like an insect or get a 0/0/1 card or.
Don't forget, you are lucky,
Oh, that's true.
but we can use
We
it
could-
for something.
yeah.
more.
You can save it for another one. I keep forgetting about these. I need to remember them.
We're so close.
Feels like
I
it.
can almost taste it.
Okay,
Is
what?
that the carbon line? Yeah, that is the
okay.
carbon line.
This is a technicality, but
Mm-hmm.
I want to use my second wind.
Mhm.
I want to give up 6 cards. If I could give up 6 cards if I discard a hand card, but none are left, so can I or can I not use it?
I don't think you
I
can.
think you have to pay the price to do that part. So get another hand card on this next movement, and then do it.
Okay. But
You good?
I'm gonna
Just choose one of those.
I think
Whatever
I have.
you
I think
discarded.
I have the worst second wind out of everybody.
I have the best one. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure I have the worst one. I have to have no other cards in my hand
because
to
there's just
to get anything good.
No, my second wind I think is by far the best. I just get 5 cards back, and then I can also take 1 and put it in my hand. Mine just wins all the way around. 6 cards worth of win.
Win.
You want me to do the move again?
yeah. I'm gonna.
Sure.
I'll do it. Okay. Everybody else just costs 2.
It'll
Cost
cost
2.
the rest of us too.
Yep.
So you get.
But you can put
get-
one in your hand. So do 2, put 1 in your hand, and then do your second wind.
No, but I gotta reflex in here. Then. That's what we use. Because I had actually specifically put it in my hand using inspiration. Why don't I just wait? Maybe I just wait to move.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Why?
You won't. Nothing will happen to you. Your life will live out uneventful.
You can't help with any actions from back there.
Alright, I'll just get 3 cards back. Two.
And straight up.
Here we are.
Inspiration again, yes.
I don't know why I'm doing so many dramatic motions
You're-
tonight, but I'm
You're
like,
such a drama queen.
I'm role playing.
Just oh, is that what this is called?
Yeah, is that how you do it?
Should I bring D&D with me to the ranch?
Oh God, no.
They've only done like 4 sessions since the last time you were playing.
I'm so bad at it. You discover the ruins of a stone building drowning in vegetation. If you'd rather go on your way, discard this. Or we can do a search action where it has a 1 card cost for 3 successes. Not chained. We'd have to try our luck after we succeed.
Just search some building.
I don't know if this is worth it.
I don't know.
I think we go on our way.
Yeah.
306.
Deep in the forest, a perimeter has been cleared and turned into an excavation site. A crane and ramps surround a metal structure of which the domed top emerges from the ground.
The egg.
The egg.
Is it the egg?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's the egg.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, so we all lose 5. Between all of us, full 5 cards.
What?
Why?
What? Oh, because we answer all the questions?
Yeah. 'Cause we're still doing that,
Oh,
right?
Five
between us we
cards.
lose 5?
Yeah.
Here, I can do 2. And you guys all do 1.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, we're there.
Oh, this is going to be a more expensive move.
So many successes.
I'm
I.
not very stacked for combat or anything like that, so I can keep doing the moves if you want.
Okay.
Or, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at 12 hit points at the moment. I don't know where you guys are at. Pretty much the same.
I'm at 12.
15.
Okay, you guys are more stacked for an event than me, so
I have 3 guaranteed successes at the moment. So
yeah. So let me.
bring it.
So it's going to cost me 4 cards and you guys 3.
Oh, so just
Okay.
up there. That's no worries.
Oh, that was a lot of
Reflex.
pretty looking
Damn it.
cards. Look at all those. Okay.
Oh, well.
Dang.
That's all right.
Do I recover before we do anything else?
I kind of want to recover before. But that puts all of us up here.
Yeah.
Right? We're all here at the egg.
Mm-hmm.
Want to kiss my egg, Sanka?
Yeah, man.
And I think I'm going to recover because I'm low on cards for whatever is about to
I
happen.
think that's a good idea.
Just in case we,
Yeah, me too.
I'm not able to do that again.
For another 5 hit points.
6. There's 6. But I have
Stays
all of
out.
them back now. Except now I'm down to 6 hit points.
2.
Worth it.
Each character loses 10 hit points to return to the Citadel.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I feel like I think I filled my role as medic. This scenario
It's all going
with like the
alright.
3 different heal actions I did throughout this whole thing.
It's all going according to plan. We totally got this. 324. Are you prepared?
I'm prepared.
Drums. The symbol is the drums. You ready?
Yeah. Put me in, coach.
Roughly 20 individuals wearing rags and are desperately trying to destroy the metallic object with sledgehammers and iron bars. Several of them, dripping with sweat, stumble awkwardly and falter. Their task is made difficult by the incessant tremors that cause them to lose their footing. Seeing you and the chicken approach, one of the men, a little better dressed than the others, comes to meet you. "We have orders," the man shouts to make himself heard. "Unless you're able to decipher this message, you must leave immediately." He thrusts a parchment at your chest. You have to decipher a message. Oh, crap.
Do you have to mail dust to someone?
If you manage to decipher this message, read the question dialogue, bearing the corresponding number. Otherwise, you had better be persuasive. We could win the persuasive, but
Persuasive. All this.
Chain 2, 5 successes.
DDY, look, it's the double key. DUY QGYM CQICISM. So that's a number. That's a number. We have a double key, and those letters are a number of some kind. The double key has. Where's the magnifying glass? Maybe there's something on the double key.
Oh, if you have the double key, you can. It's just chain 2, 3 success.
Oh, it's just easier if we have the double key? I don't see anything special on the double key. So it is
But it is saying that if we can decipher it, we don't even have to do this.
right. That somehow
Where's the double key thing?
is a number.
Well, maybe the double key is. The
Remove double key from it. Is there enough letters in there to make double key? I don't think there's enough letters. It's DUY.
Yeah.
Dornky?
I mean, I'm like trying to like line up the letters in any way, and except for the D at the beginning, nothing lines up.
Donkey. Darn donkey.
horse shit.
This is horse
Horse shit. Black horse.
Okay. So decipher it
Alright,
into
my
a
turn.
number.
My turn.
All those letters.
Well,
It's gotta
There's too
be.
many letters for it to be.
It's almost like it's a letter scramble.
what about that number?
Oh.
It could be a letter scramble.
Yeah. What letter? What number has a D? What's the most least likely letter? A Q.
It looks almost like.
Let me
That's how you
look
read
at this.
That's how it's spelled. That's the pronunciation guide for Dadachim.
If that's the pronunciation guide, I'm screwed.
Duyq. It's DUYQ.
This one in here, right?
It almost
Yeah.
seems like a word if you took enough letters out or something. Double key. What does double key mean in a cipher? So if it's a cipher of some kind,
I
and
don't know. I could Google double key cipher and see if anything comes up.
do it. It's like you apply the key.
There's only 3 vowels. U, I. Sometimes we count Y.
when we count it all,
I can only count to 4.
see, he doesn't hit all the vowels before he runs out of numbers. Some sort of
There's 2 words here.
like overlapping each other or something.
every
It kind of seems
second.
like.
Well, look. So if you cut it in half, right?
So
Double
two-
transposition ciphertext.
Look at this. You have.
Yes.
So
Okay.
it's like you.
Look how all those
Give me
look.
the letters.
And then you have
DUI.
those. You see how
almost
they're
looks like
each
magician.
half is like almost mirrored.
DUI. U.
Wait, hold on. It's
Y,
DUIQ what?
GY.
Doug.
GY
MCQ.
MCQ
ICSIM.
ICS
IM.
IM.
Doug.
Oh, now it's asking for like permutation keys.
I don't know. We don't know what that means.
Why is there a Q in both? Q's in both halves of them. Well, if you remember the
What if it's 3 numbers
C
and it's Dewey, Yim,
M I
Iskism,
C.
Doig.
Miss?
Maybe it's a. Maybe it's one of those. God, what's that one game where you, not catchphrase, but like you.
Oh,
You have
Gab?
to. Yeah,
A
mad,
mad
gab.
gab.
Maybe it's a mad gab. So I'll say it.
Okay.
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 See what it sounds like.
You pronounce it as best you can.
Doig Jim Kirkism. Doig Jim.
The Jim chasm.
Jim Cat. Doig Jim
Duh, Jim's a Greek chasm.
Kism. Kikism. Mikikism.
Mechanism.
The cataclysm.
Cataclysm.
The
Mechanism.
cladclysm.
Do.
Cataclysm.
Duik Jim Kism. Duik Jimikandikism. Doig Jim.
Duh, cataclysm.
Dokigimikandism.
What's it backwards?
Miss Kick.
Ugh.
Miss Kick. Mig. Kia.
Grand chasm.
So what's the transposition? What does that mean? Double trans. Meaning you transpose certain letters.
It's expecting me to give a ciphertext and then a permutation key 1 and a permutation key 2, applying on either columns or lines. So I don't think this is what it. I don't think this is what it is.
But there is 2 halves of that. It's like
We don't have to solve this.
I know, but
You
it's
don't have to, but it's kind of fun.
Because I can succeed this thing super. I've got all the cards to succeed this with no effort.
doik mechanism.
Hold
Cataclysm.
on. I'm staring at the letters. It's going to come to me.
Mechanism. Diclaculanism. Mechanicism.
mechanists. Mechanist, like
It's a number.
the machinists
What makes you think it's a number?
are an old engineering guild. Plans and Mechanisms Guild. Does that have something to do with that?
What made you think it was a number?
Because whatever number this translates to is the dialogue we need to read.
Oh. I missed that part.
Read the dialogue bearing the corresponding number. If you manage to decipher this message, read the dialogue bearing the corresponding number. This has to end up some kind
Remove
of number.
remove the duplicates. or not remove them, but like make the merge the duplicates, and then is it what do you call that sort of numbering system? The not the Greek, the Roman numerals.
So like the two.
Are those Roman numerals?
So the two Q's, the two Y's. Are these all Roman? Q isn't a Roman numeral.
Is it?
If it is, it's too high of a number. It'd be like
Because the I, the M, C, the D is not a Roman numeral, as neither is Q.
Oh.
Neither is U.
Only the numbers that are double, because it's a double key. The key is in
Okay.
the doubling.
Okay.
So the ones that are doubled are the key.
Y, Q, M, I, C.
I see. YMIQ.
QMIC,
Y,
MICKEY.
Y.
and each of those is
And it's upside
three-
down and backwards.
Those are all three characters apart.
What happens if you
Hold
flip
on,
it
what's the
upside
number
down?
on that?
Because the D is the Q
All
upside
three
down. I don't know
characters
if you noticed
apart.
that part. The D's are just upside down Q's.
Yeah, what if it's put it upside down? What is this? What is it?
Is it say? And then there's going to be like W's and is it mirror or anything like that? No, dang.
Maybe go look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Okay, can I look at it?
There's a lot of double letters.
Yeah. I feel like the doubling letters is something.
So the double letters are what? Q.
The key.
Y, Q, M, C, I. Y, Q, M, C, I.
Can I see it for just a second?
QMCI.
Y, Q, M, C, I. Y, Q, M, C, I.
What QMCI? What QMCI? What QMCI?
YQMCI. I'm gonna go to the YQMCI.
I was gonna think like Y is the number the letter number in the alphabet, but that would give us too many digits.
Y, Q, M, C, I. I don't feel like we were given any hints on this.
Well, that's because do you guys want to know things?
No.
Kind of.
Give us a level 1 hint.
Level 1 hint.
There's an item that we don't have.
Oh.
We were supposed to collect it on the way.
No, there's a thing we could have possibly come across while we were playing this threat.
But instead we
Like a mirror.
Kind of.
If the blue giants
Oh.
maybe would have given us an extra thing.
If
that
we took
tells
the
us
mirror into the tent, we could have gotten something.
what the chicken. What the chicken.
Okay, so is this task impossible without that item?
Yeah.
We
Dang
can't
it.
go without it.
And
It's
we
a cipher where if we have the cipher, we replace letters with a different letter to
And it
eventually
would just
decode
tell
it.
us.
So, like for instance, replace A with X or B with M or whatever.
which makes sense. Does double key cipher have anything to do with? Is that actual?
It's
The double,
so there's two different cards that could give us a cipher. One of them comes from the expansion, which is book 448. So there's a book we could have come across that would have had the cipher, or there's technically a card included in the game, card 48. This guy says. So someone says, there must be a way to get the solution card 48 in the base game too. There is. The card is available in the New Beginnings intro scenario, mutually exclusive with the double key though. Whatever that means. But essentially there's
you can only
two.
have one or the other, the double key or
That's-
the other thing.
That's what it makes it sound like.
Oh.
But it sounds like there's only two cards in the game that give you the hints to be able to decipher it. Either card 48 or book 448.
okay, so
I can look at book 448 and
But
see if
if-
I can give you a small hint if you want.
neither one of those we have.
Then we have to do the action.
What about the card? Did we ever come across that card? Does it, do you,
It's
does
probably
it tell
whatever
you
we
what
earned that from.
Does it tell you what card 48 is?
It doesn't tell me what it is. I can
So
look
I
at.
wonder if we like gave it up at some point.
Or like whatever
I
choice you
checked
made
the
to
book.
get this.
I checked
other
the book, and
choice
the
would've
book is
given us
here.
The other one.
Because otherwise, like,
Okay, so if it's a 1-for-1 letters, how many letters is this? It's a lot of letters. What
we're probably looking at 3.
cataclysm? That's not enough.
14 letters. No. So if you replace these letters with other letters, it's like it like spells out
Right.
3 digits. Like 2,
Like
4,
13.
3. But it can't be 3 because none of the letters are doubled up right next to each other. So
Right.
3 can't be one of them.
Okay.
Do you want me to read the cipher and see if I can give a hint?
No, let's
Oh,
see,
do you
if
have
see
it?
if it's even hintable.
Hang on, I
Hold
really
on.
like
I
where
wanna-
Wes is
I
going.
kinda
This is
wanna-
the right way.
Yeah.
So it can't be a 3.
All right.
Right?
And if it's a 2 or 4, or even a 1, there's going to be multiple O's. Or
Which we have
multiple
multiples, right?
So if it's 1, let's just say it's
Like 4,
Let's say
Four.
let's say
that's only 12.
the last number.
14
okay?
letters, you say? Or
14
yeah,
letters. So it can be 444.
Is
That's
that
only
14?
12 letters.
That's only 12.
So,
So we need a
5
longer.
Or
Does that go up to
5.
5? So it's not 500.
It could be that could be a tens digit or
Right. So it doesn't start with the 5.
So we need like 2
Right, it doesn't start with
5
5.
character numbers or something. Okay.
You guys are on this. You guys are onto
if
this.
there's another, so we need a number. So let's take the last few characters, right? It's probably 4 or 5 characters. It's unlikely to have the 2 eyes in a character. How many numbers are there?
7. Is there a
No, because that doesn't line up with this one.
EV.
Because
the
EVE?
duplicates skipping the letter?
EVE.
yeah,
That's
so-
unlikely.
Okay.
That's unlikely. Is there any numbers where it starts with a letter and then it's the same letter 3 characters later, right? So
9.
N-I-N-E. No. You need another character in between those 2 N's.
not unless it's the 4 digits, so that would be 9,
E-I-G.
and then a 1, 7. What about 7?
Well, 7 would have to have like the E's a double character, 1 letter apart from each other, and none of these.
Y? No,
Right,
Y
that's 2
doesn't
characters in
either.
between that duplicate. A lot of characters between that. 2 characters between that duplicate. 2 characters between that duplicate.
Okay, so
There's a lot of duplicates
it
here,
does-
which are probably
it
vowels.
does go up to 5.
Okay.
The 100 digit.
It
is
does?
5.
So it could start with a 5.
The duplicates are likely to be vowels, or at least some of these duplicates have to be vowels, because that's the most common thing that's going to happen in here, right? The vowels like E.
So it's not 3. F-O-U-R.
Okay, so if let's say it's the first one's 5, the Y is an I.
I, V, E.
5, and the E
I
is
mean,
a Q.
your
So
Q
5,
is an E,
Q is an E. 5, 8,
but the Y would have to be a V. What other number has a V in it?
7 is all.
But we would have to have 2 E's with 1 character apart, which we don't have.
Okay, so it's not 5.
It's probably not.
None of the numbers are 1, 2, or 3.
I believe you.
So if it's
I think 4 is even unlikely.
4. Because the way we get 15 or 14 is with 2 5s and a 4.
Okay.
if it's-
I think is how we're going to end up.
I don't
getting
think
there.
it's spelling out teen at all, because that would be 2 characters right next to each other at some
right.
point.
It's like just the numbers.
But it could be 11 or 12. No, it can't be 11. Can it be 12? T-W-E. No.
well,
L-V. Nope, it can't be 12 either. So it's some of the
Okay.
regular numbers
This
between
is-
like
this is-
5
this is how it
and
starts.
8.
It's important to know that it starts with the
Zero.
001 and goes all the way to
0, 0.
I think the first number is gonna have to be a
603.
5 or a
It goes
4.
all the way to 603.
Can 0 be the first number? Z, because D never happens again.
Y is a
E,
R.
a
Y is
U
an
might
R.
never happen again. Y being an R,
And Q
maybe.
is an O.
Q being an O,
So
Would be-
0.
Four. So if that was 0,
And then it would be 0.
it can't be 000.
And there's no way there's a 6 in there.
It'd be 0 some. What my. Yeah, it wouldn't
It's
be
unlikely
0.
to be a 6
It's
anywhere.
not 0. Is it a 1? U.
O N E, making that
Y-
Y and E is reasonable.
Y is an E, so 1.
O N E means
Y
that
is
that
an
Y
E.
is an E. So what's something where it's something something E? Can't be 3, 1, 2,
8.
5. F I.
Am I spelling 8 right? It's E-I-G-H-T. Just
Yes.
without writing it down, I'm like,
Yes.
is that okay?
Yes.
Let me know if you guys want another hint.
Did you rule out 7?
I think the E's having just one character in between it. None of our duplicates have just one character between them,
Okay.
right? So the E would have to be the same letter twice.
Okay. So we're gonna. Okay. So okay.
So I don't think it can be 7 or 3.
There's a 5 or an 8 has to be in there because those
sound
are our
pretty
only
reasonable.
5 letter.
In order to get up to 14 characters, we've got to have some long
So it
ones.
could be
like
like
8.
a 4, 5, 8 is an option.
5 and 8 are pretty reasonable. Can we get? So that would make one of the duplicates an E and an I, because those are in both of those numbers, right? So if at some point we have, so 5 is probably not the last one because that puts the E there, and there's no way that can be the E and the 8, right?
Nice.
E I.
Oh, what am I thinking?
That's got to be duplicate. That M has to be duplicates,
mind.
and 5 and 8 don't fit in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It can't be both.
There
of
has to be
those.
at least an 8.
I don't think it can be both of
Is
those.
8 the only 5-letter number? I think 8's the only 5-letter number. I don't know why I was thinking 5 was.
Can it be 2 8s? I don't think 2 8s works in there either.
There's no other way to get to 14. The only way to get to
20. What is?
the online hint was ever so slightly misleading.
Okay.
So it made it sound like there was information on that card of like replace
Yeah.
A with X, and you'd only know about the A part if you had that card.
Yeah.
It's not correct.
Oh crap.
All the information all the letters and information you need are on that. Just how to get to the right letters is what the cipher tells you.
Yeah, so it's like rearranging them. So it's not replacing any of the letters.
It's not actually replacing the letters. I say that in quotations.
Oh.
But how to
But
get to
all of the letters involved are already there?
are already there.
But a Q.
So maybe it's a different.
Maybe
Q?
replace the Q
Maybe
with
it's French.
Flip the Q upside down.
I don't no like it's a mirror. Like you are supposed to fold it in half, but this one replaces the one on the opposite end. I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah, all this is doing is telling you how to get to the right letters from the letter you're
Something-
looking at.
Are all the Q's on the left? So letters from the right might replace the left.
No, but if it's one of those,
Or
take
maybe it's
every
like-
loop
Yeah,
through
it
it
could
and
be
take
like
every third letter.
Every third or every
Right.
fourth.
That kind of stuff.
Okay, so we've got no.
Let me know if you want another hint.
There's no numbers that have D or U
But like it can't be 1.
or Y or Q, but there is a G in 8. There's no C, and there's I. There's an S. So maybe it's like
There is not a digit 1
None-
through
wait,
9
it's-
that you have all the letters for.
Yeah,
you
so
know
it
what?
has to be
Right,
something
right,
like
right.
a teen. It can't
No,
be
no,
a teen.
I think it's
There's
this.
some manipulation of
Let's
the
think
letter
of it this way. Okay,
to
so
turn it into another
like
letter.
I said, there's the
Or
only
it's
letters,
not, or it's not numbers. I don't know what the end result is, but it could be
Doesn't
not
it say
numbers,
it
and it
has
could
to
be
be
something
numbers?
that references to a
What
number,
about this way? It's
like Kel's location.
okay.
or
So
something.
D U. The only letters that are in numbers are G,
We read 439.
I, and S. G, I, and S.
Maybe this is spelling out the double key, and it's actually 439. It's like it was just talking about a card, and we have to
But it's
find the
not-
number on that card.
We would need
Do you want another hint?
reference double key. No. I thought this. I'm so close. I can feel it.
I don't know what the end result is.
If I take
I just know the cipher part.
if I take it's like how many Q's, how many M's, and how many D's? Is your 3 digits, right? So like
Oh no.
212,
Oh, I
right?
see what you're saying. I don't like it.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, there's 2 Y's, there's 2 Q's, there's 2 M's,
But without
there's
knowing,
2 I's.
yeah.
So
Without-
one
without
of the numbers
knowing-
might be 2.
Even if I was right, there's no way of knowing which letters in which order. Even if it was like count how many of this there are, you'd have to know which letters and in which order, which we have no way of.
But remember
Guessing.
my hint.
2.
All
the letters are all there.
all the letters are on there. This doesn't tell you any additional
But
letters.
we don't know that this is a number
It's 222.
unless it said specifically this
But
is
it
a
might be
page
a
number.
letter.
Maybe it's 222.
What does it say that this is? Does it say it's a page number? Or
Yeah, we read a dialogue. We need a 3-digit number out of this thing somehow.
The cipher leads us to a number. Whether it's a number or not, I don't know. It could be like the number, the name of the
train
number of the
tile
tile
where the egg
of
is?
of Kel, or it could be like like he was saying, the number for double key, which
Yeah.
is 439.
Or the double.
Say egg.
The letters that are doubled
Read just the letters that are double.
are
Y.
YQIM. YQIM.
4TE.
YQIM.
Like the Y's might be like an E
I don't
part,
think
like
we
the
have
end
enough to solve it.
Oh, and
I
C.
think
of a number.
C's. So YQM.
How do you even use a Y?
CI. YQMCI.
Is a Roman numeral.
YQ.
Okay, take the Roman numeral of all the doubled letters.
Okay, so that's
Is Q a Roman numeral?
Yeah,
YQ.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So we got Y's.
I want to say it's a ridiculously
Y's
high one.
doubled, Q is doubled. M is.
M is definitely
M we
Roman.
know is.
C
We know
and
I is.
So we have 1.
Pretty sure Q is.
Roman
Y, Q,
numerals.
M, C, I.
Just-
That's 5
Q is not.
That's 5 letters. Okay, then what about Y?
I
It
don't
only
think
goes up to
Y is.
M, which is 1,000.
Okay, so
Okay,
there's
Y
2
is not.
M's.
D is not. I don't think Roman numerals is the answer. M and I are the only ones. M and I are the only Roman numerals.
You want another hint?
Yeah, I don't think we have
Yeah, I
enough.
can't do it at this. What's
Okay,
another
the
hint?
decision on what to do in
Is
the
this a level
decipher.
2 hint?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say the
One and a
decision
half.
on what to do with the in the cipher is denoted by consonants and vowels.
Okay, so vowels are second place.
One,
And. Okay, so there's 3 vowels. Is all.
7,
2,
2,
7,
1. 1, 7, 2,
10. 1, 2,
1.
7, 8, 9, 10.
1.
Not sure that is it. But if we go backwards, it's even worse. Okay, so there are 3 vowels.
Yeah.
And then
Unless, yeah.
5 letters that are doubled.
Is Y a vowel? Let's say Y is not a vowel.
No, it's not.
Sometimes.
That's what I said. That was a joke. I mean, the beginning.
I know. So count the consonants between the vowels. How many?
There's a lot.
What position do the vowels
6, 7.
are the vowels in?
Oh, okay, so there's 1, 7, 1 vowel. There's 1 letter, a vowel,
And
7
7.
consonants,
A vowel,
1 vowel,
2, and
2
then
consonants, a vowel, and then
1, which is 4 digits, which is no good.
So maybe we take the 2 together. So
How many vowels do we have?
Instead of 1, what's in between
If
is
we have 3 vowels,
7.
But you can pay for a 4th.
what?
Sorry, ignore me.
7.
I'd like
No,
to buy a
no,
vowel.
there's 3 vowels. What position
so
are they all
it's
in?
either 1, 2.
7.
Oh, the 3 vowels are 3, 7, and 10.
That's their position?
Yeah.
10's not very useful. 3, 7. Two, eight,
Not 3. Sorry, 2,
2, 8, 3.
2, 8, 3. 2. Oh, am I miscounting? There's 8 in between.
No, there's 7 between, but the vowels are the second one, and then you go another 8, and then you go another 3. That makes that character at the end useless.
I feel like we're close, but I can't.
Go 2, you get 1 letter. Go 8, or go 2, you get a vowel. Go 8 more, you get a vowel. Go 3 more, you get a vowel.
There's 3 vowels.
2, 8, 3. Is there a clue on this?
Oh, sometimes they put something dumb in the dialogue we were supposed to be smart enough to catch on to. Unless you're able to decipher this message, you must leave immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
We'll just sit here forever.
Immediately has
Let
eyes
us
in
see
it.
it for an hour, and we'll get back to you, bud.
Immediately has 2 eyes. And some M's. Y.
I don't think that's it.
An I. No.
2, 8, 3.
There's no way those letters spell out a number.
No.
So
That
we
was,
got-
that
so
was the
2, 8,
wrong
3 is
direction.
1. Otherwise, it's
Vowels and consonants.
at the place they are is 2. What did I say? 2, 7. So
2 something 10.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 10, and 13. So that doesn't help. Vowels at second place, 10th place.
217.
I don't know. I don't know how to reconcile that.
So that's too many digits. And then vowels, number of vowels are 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 2, and 1. So it could be 1, 7, 2,
Yeah.
or 1, 2, 7.
Or 217.
I think 283 is like more sensible.
With what we know. Until we ask for another hint. Try 283.
283.
Yeah.
Wait, does it say that something bad happens if we guess wrong?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't even say.
It just says.
Just go read
283
that dialogue.
Goes. Yeah, and I think it's one of those things where you'll read it and like, oh, that wasn't it.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
very
That doesn't
obvious.
make any sense.
Okay. Yeah. As long as it doesn't give us a negative consequence for guessing wrong.
Okay, that's not it.
That's not it.
Can you do me a favor?
Like, our only other thing is, it's so simple for me to say 3 guaranteed successes. read the epilogue.
It's true.
Like, that's the next thing is read the epilogue.
I think we do that,
and
but
it's
we
stupid
also
easy for me to just say there's 3 successes.
But we
I don't have to
also
draw cards.
want Brandon to tell us.
No, wait, it's 283.
It's not.
You
Oh,
just
what did
looked.
Oh,
Because it's like you're bring this package to somebody in Cal.
okay. Okay, vowels and consonants.
No, what did I
He's
say?
back at
Was
it.
172?
What?
Do you have another
Let's try
clue?
Yeah, I do.
He knows the answer.
He's got another clue.
He doesn't know
Let's
the
try
answer. He just knows what
172.
the cipher says.
I just know what the cipher is. I don't know what the answer is at the end.
Oh, from like chord 48 or whatever?
Yeah, I read card 48.
Okay.
So I know what the cipher is and what you're supposed to do to get
Which,
the answer.
So you
I
read
just
the
don't-
item we could have had we magically got that
Had
at
we
the
mag-
very first scenario.
Possibly, or we stumbled across the book. They were kind of vague on ways to get this card, but there was ways for us to stumble across this cipher text,
Well, let's.
possibly via a side quest.
Oh, we just get the next clue. You cast once, you failed. Let's get the next clue.
Okay, yeah. That was my best is like the positions of the vowels.
So give us that clue again that you told me though.
The last one,
It's about the positions of vowels and constants.
the decision you make in this the cipher is dependent on whether it is a consonant or a vowel.
The decision you make.
I made a decision
What's the
based on the position of the vowels. Okay,
Okay.
start at the beginning, and if it's a consonant, keep it. If it's a vowel, move forward 2 spaces. And if that one's a consonant, keep it.
And then
And get the next. Are we adding them up? Or something?
oh my god.
I don't know what to do with that.
I don't know what
I'm trying to come up with a puzzle.
What does he mean by our decision?
There's a
Is
lot
made by-
more to this.
I'm trying to reverse engineer a puzzle.
There's a lot
Of
more.
like, what's the puzzle you would create based on this and letters and vowels?
I will say this, in my opinion, a lot of the ideas you guys had for what the cipher could be is a lot cooler than what it is.
Oh, so it's really.
It's
guys
it's
just
not
put-
necessarily like lame by any means, but like some of the stuff you guys have come up with so far, I'm like, why didn't they do that? That would have been way
So we're
cooler.
being too clever.
A little too clever.
These guys disappoint me so often. These designers.
You want the next hint?
I want the next hint.
I need the next hint.
Okay, you were on the right track for the next hint. You start at the beginning and you go down each letter.
D
And you do something.
U Y Q G Y and
Combining my hints, you
Maybe
start at the
it's-
beginning, go down each letter, and make a decision of what you do
Based on letters or vowels.
based on consonant or vowel.
Yeah. Letters. I'm probably done. I'm probably cooked.
Q U Y Q.
But there's only 3 vowels.
There's only 3 vowels.
And taking those out, nothing else makes sense. Like,
One.
there's
Do
no.
the 1-7.
Even if you go in order, there's no way to pick
Do
out.
the 1-7-2.
I looked at it already. Not unless it's like
1-7-2.
It's might be something like.
Look up 1-7-2 again.
I did.
It's no good.
Even this is smarter than they would think.
Okay.
Unless you combine 172 one somehow, like, or rearrange them. So maybe it's 271. You want to rearrange them?
It sounds like it's just straight up in order. Whatever this is,
271.
as you go through, I'm betting you even loop back through.
Nope. We have to go backwards with the
Look up 11. 0-1-1.
011, huh?
Uh-huh. That's how many consonants there are.
With that warning, you grab Liam by the arm and in a savage.
We don't know a Liam.
That's
That's someone named the chicken.
Back to the group.
I named the chicken Liam.
The chicken's name is Liam.
Okay. It's a consonant, so I put it in the, this is a number pile. Then it's a vowel.
Maybe you,
What if, let's say the Y's are vowels.
what if you take the letter, you move it to the end? It's the consonant.
Okay. Then what? We need vowels at some point if we're trying to make a word.
I don't know.
It's not a word though. It's just counting. We're
I
just
feel like
counting
it's
things.
further
It
in-
can't be a. Yeah, there's no way. I don't know.
The Y's are now vowels.
I feel like it's later as well.
You look at Brandon for
Five.
Is the
confirmation.
Y's vowels?
I'm not saying anything.
1,
I gotta use the toilet.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Read 9.
I got it. I can read.
You want the next hint?
Not yet. I got more crazy in me.
If you spot a bird with 2 pairs of legs, beware.
It's a chikrin.
We fought one of those just earlier.
I don't think it's 9.
I don't think it's 9.
Okay. Okay. If it's a consonant, make a decision. My decision is.
This goes up to 6.
Make a decision. My decision is, if I was a decision, what kind of decision would I be?
Do I not sound like a programmer?
A little
like,
bit.
I'm going to take the smallest
You're
step.
like you're trying to take the steps through the logic that you're trying to like understand that you wrote like 6 months ago.
Yeah. Trying to figure out, what does this loop do? Why do I make a decision at each consonant?
I'm an int.
I am an int. I start at 0. My first index is a consonant.
And my settings say
Therefore,
true.
Therefore, I increment myself.
Now, if I was going to increment
That's how
myself,
I came up with 9. Like, okay. No, I've got this. If it will fit through the slot in the double key,
what?
leave it out.
If the letter could fit through the
Letter-
slot.
If I ever try to drop the letter through the slot with the double key,
Have you seen that video of
does
the
it look
like
like it
the
would fit?
of like the lady responding, reacting to the person like putting the shapes through like the kids shape toy thing, where you're supposed to like match the triangle with the triangle, the circle with the circle, but he fits everything through the square
they all
hole.
fit through the square.
Yeah, and by the end, the lady's like crying, who's like watching it, being
Trying
like,
to
"No,
give
try
instructions.
to put it through this. The rectangle goes through the rectangle hole."
But they
Like,
keep
nope.
succeeding.
It just
and
keeps
getting it through the
everything.
square.
Everything goes through the square.
Did you figure it out yet?
No,
Of course.
What was the extra hint?
I haven't given another one since he left.
Because I've decided, I have to decide whether it's a consonant or vowel and make a decision.
Right. Whether to keep it or move forward, however many spaces.
Or skip.
Or move back. Or
Skip some, if it's a vowel, skip three letters.
If it's a vowel,
And
skip
add-
the doubles.
And add the number of letters there is if you were to spell that letter.
How about the doubles? The number of doubles between each.
The doubles
vowel-
have to mean something.
between each vowels.
If you've come across this letter before, make a decision. How many letters are there that are without counting duplicates?
So so in between the vowels, or
I found something.
I don't
Between
know how to incorporate vowels in this.
okay, so all right. D. So 1, U. Okay, what's the decision?
You hit a vowel. What's your decision?
What's
Make
the
a
right
decision. Your decision is double your current number. So 2.
2. Okay. 3,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8, 9, 10.
Okay. We hit a vowel.
It's moments like these where I
Double
really
the
wish
number.
I had
Double
a
it.
giant whiteboard
20.
on my like wall right here with like red string that we could just like use to figure stuff out like this.
Yes.
And then
21, 22,
Big ass whiteboard.
21, 22, 23. Double it.
44,
46.
46, 47. Read
47.
Read 47.
How about 347?
Or how about
How about 47? Why? What's 347? You
I found
the-
something.
347? 1.
How are we going to get to 347 from here?
You don't. I think it's one dialogue ahead. I don't know what the next dialogue is, but I found
2, 3,
one
Where you
dialogue
get to
ahead.
eventually.
Where you get to the egg.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
How did you get to 47?
Listen, Linda. Just read 47.
Don't ask him to reverse engineer what he just did.
It was 2, 20, 47.
FM smiles. You wonder why. And
We
then
don't
you
have
hear
an FM.
the melodious whistling.
Ephraim is a person we knew at some point.
Moving branches aside, you discover a colorful bird at
We
the
already got one
center
of
of
those.
a
We hate
clearing,
her. No.
digging into the
Ephraim
earth.
sucks. She can't hear shit.
Oh, that's right.
Do you hear something?
Right, it was her.
Yes. I hear everything.
That's trauma. That's trauma-inducing. He's
2,
triggered.
3, 4, 5, 6,
Brandon
7, 8,
347.
9. 9 is 18.
It's really close.
19.
It's part of the story.
20.
Yeah, but it's jumped around before where it's been like, read 47, now read 329.
Read 41.
But if all it's depending on, if the only way we can determine if you're correct is if this
If I get the right one.
seems like part of the right story,
Yeah.
then let's just go with 347.
I didn't come up with 347.
Well, I did.
41.
No.
Okay.
That's the
I
only
need
way to
another
come
hint.
for-
What time is it?
It's time for us to end.
This is great. Come on.
Or what if we sleep on it and we come up?
No, if we can't solve it after the next couple hints, we read the epilogue.
All right, come on,
Give us
Brandon.
another slice.
It only costs
Okay.
me my hand cards to read the epilogue. We don't need to even draw cards.
There's 2 different hints I could give here.
Give me a hint, Brandon. I'm so close I can feel
Let him
it.
figure it out.
I'm
You
so
got
close
this.
I can feel it.
Give him the good one.
Okay, part of the decision you have to make, just part of it, is either next or before.
Okay, so if at the consonant, what's before? A D?
That's the only movement you'll make, though.
1, 2, 3.
Next or before.
So the D is the number of the letter D is 4, and then we go to the next vowel Q. See, that doesn't help because Q is
No, okay.
Wait. Next or before?
Next or before.
I thought about this. It's the next letter or the letter before on the consonant.
To spell a number?
So D.
Okay.
So it's either B or E.
You mean C or E?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. C and C,
C?
D, E is how the
Thanks.
alphabet goes.
That's what I meant.
So you think C or E, based on whether it's a consonant or a vowel, right?
no. If it's a vowel, you make the decision.
Yeah,
Whether you
maybe
go
you only do
before
that
or
one.
after.
All the vowels are I's.
And so it's either a D or a Y.
Keep the U.
Yeah, he's probably more likely right.
And then I, it's either Q or C.
X, Y, Z.
And then the next one is either S or M.
Because I'm not getting anywhere with what I was trying.
And I'm thinking it's not after. Well, and you're saying each decision it should be the same. Like it should be before and then before.
Every
and before.
consonant is either before or next. Every vowel, it's like the opposite.
Yeah, like every vowel. Is the
At every
vowel
consonant and every vowel, you make a decision.
Oh, not just vowels.
So vowels make a decision, consonants make a decision.
Okay, so D, decision of before or after.
Which is C or E,
That's what you mean.
right?
Okay, so I'm just gonna read it.
So what's around U? Element. Where does U fall?
Got a
T-U,
phone,
it's
T,
T,
some
V.
cards.
What's around you?
That doesn't sound good. Okay.
And then Y is
This doesn't help.
X and a Z.
You're not helping, Brandon.
The next hint is just the cipher.
X, Y, Z.
Okay. That's not the start of anything. That's not.
Here,
That's not the start of
constants have to do with constants, vowels have to do with vowels. That's the last vague hint I can give.
A-E-I-O-U.
So if you're making a decision at a constant, your decision result has to do with another constant,
A-E-A-B-C. Oh.
which you guys were already kind of like on the track for anyways.
So it'd be like
D-E-F. Okay. And then the U, let's go the other direction. So A-E-I-O-U. What's after U? What vowel's after U?
A. Just loops. Or
you
nothing.
can do the
then
whole
it's
alphabet.
before.
So V, or
And if it's not after, it's before. So
T,
Oh,
I,
okay. What's the
V.
third letter?
O. Third letter is a Y.
T,
We're doing consonants.
T, Y.
X, Y, Z. Fizz. Cax.
Fizcax.
Okay, Q. What's around Q?
P and then R.
Q, R.
Not looking good. Okay, what's around G? F, G.
H. F and H.
You're making the same choice.
C, D, E, F.
The only difference with the consonants and vowels is you can't choose it. You can't choose a vowel to be replaced by another vowel. You can't choose a consonant to be replaced by another consonant.
It would be almost all
Is
vowels.
that, I think that's what the clue was. Something like that. You said something.
Consonants have to do with consonants, vowels have to do with vowels.
Oh, you have to replace it with. So you have to replace
Another
the
vowel.
vowel with another vowel. Okay.
Maybe. But so far we have
Yes.
just garbage.
Even if I tell you the cipher,
We're gonna be
there's
so
there's
mad.
still a little bit of like figuring it out, I think.
We're gonna be so mad that because this is probably gonna be
Caxf or Fizru.
5.
That seems like I was on the right course to hit 5 or something, or 50 something, or right? F-I-F-T-Y. Like I don't. Okay, I
D.
know cipher.
Actually, I can think of one more hint but I don't know if this is for sure correct because it doesn't tell me. This is my assumption.
C,
Okay.
D, E.
You're trying to like say the letters D and think of E of F.
Yeah.
Don't add any extra letters. All the letters you need are on there.
Oh, you said that at the beginning. I think we forgot that hint.
It doesn't say that specifically, but like
Okay, so D, you can't go backwards, so you go forwards to the U. So I think we skipped the D. And then the U,
If you ever hit a part where you're going backwards, you're going to end up in a loop.
you have to choose forward
Oh,
or
but
backwards.
vowels have to do with vowels.
vowels have to do with vowels, consonants have to do with consonants.
So at the D, go. Let's just start with D.
We go forward. You can't go backward. So it's only forward.
So you go to the next
It
vowel.
would be. Are we doing D or U? Are we on D?
The decision
Maybe
you
we
make
start with D.
the decision you make with consonants is always the same. The decision you make with vowels is always the same.
Okay, so D.
Go to the next one. So I'd put the U. We'd start with the letter U.
No, D. U is a vowel, so we'd go. If there's the decision on this D means we go
you
to the
write
next,
down the next letter, which is
Next
Y.
consonant, which is Y. Right?
If I like,
Yeah, I guess so. That makes sense.
Okay.
We don't know about the
and what,
Y.
we just go on to the next character?
Well, then we go back to U.
And U.
And we
The
and
next.
so
The next.
The
From you, the
previous.
next. From you, the next vowel is I.
or we go backwards. Yeah, you can't go backwards on the U. Unless
Go
it
backwards
loops.
to the I. It can loop. And then the Y is
ready for the
go forward to the
cipher.
next consonant. The G, yig.
You guys are so close. I'm just gonna give you the cipher at this point. You guys are so close. This is the cipher. For each consonant, use the next consonant.
Okay.
If it is a vowel, though, use a vowel before.
That's what I was thought I
let's-
was
let's
trying to
finish that
write.
thought
That's
then.
that's
So-
pretty much what you guys were
so-
doing.
So
If it's a consonant, use the
For
next.
each consonant, use the next consonant.
Okay.
If it is a vowel, though, use a vowel before.
ready? So first letter Y.
Yeah.
Next letter I.
Okay.
Next letter Q.
Okay.
Next letter G. Y. I mean, did I say U? I meant. Next letter is Q. Yeah, Q, G, Y, M, C, Q,
And then
and then C.
C gets the C.
C again, and then
The I is the one before, which
so
is the
U,
U.
and then S, and then M, and
I.
then I, and then D.
Of course.
I don't think that's
You
quite
just look
it.
back and visited.
Well, that's you do it then, because
Now again, it didn't say. I was just assuming that it's all the letters just on there. It could be what you were saying of like D then E. It could be that.
Next. Okay.
It could be that. I don't know. I was just making an
Right,
assumption
so
that it was just all on
D
there.
F, right? So what's the
Okay.
vowel
How does
before
D get to
U?
F?
What's the vowel before U?
Oh, because it goes to the next
A, I,
consonant.
O.
it's O.
4. Okay. What is so at the
What's
Y,
before Y?
U,
T.
and some assume Y is a
The
vowel.
next V. T Y.
Assume Y is a vowel. It would be a
Oh.
U.
No.
So far, we're
Yeah.
spelling something.
Yeah.
Y is a vowel though.
Yeah. So Q. What's the previous?
R.
Were we doing previous?
No,
No,
it's
no,
next.
next.
QR.
Son of a bitch.
4.
Yep, that's it. 4.
Okay.
G.
Where were we? G is a consonant. H. Okay. It's gonna be 400.
Wait, is that right?
Yeah, it's
'Cause we did
400.
Q,
Uh-huh.
H, Y is
What's before U? Okay. M, N, C,
D.
D. It's 400. Son of a bitch.
Q, R.
You guys
R
were so
again.
close.
Q. Where are we?
Q is R.
R. Okay. I.
I is
E. I. E. Okay.
E.
C.
D.
S is T.
400.
I is E.
410.
10.
M is 10. M is
410.
410.
Y is a vowel. That's English for you. They've heard that thing like sometimes Y. Like, maybe in French Y is a vowel.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah,
400, 410. We,
So like it's an. It's,
we
it
were
ki-
close
it's
to
kind
some
of a,
things.
You were really close to it a lot of the time, and it's kind of a cool cipher. But some of the ciphers you guys were like theorizing and come up with were like way cooler. I was like, man, that would have been sweet if that was it.
We're awesome.
Ready?
You guys were so close at the end. You practically had it.
After you decipher the message aloud, the man thanks you with a mix of respect and fear.
Yes.
Fear us.
The
Yes.
structure resists us. We haven't even been able to crack it. Purveyor Parias has been informed and is going to join us with more suitable equipment. If a purveyor is about to arrive, there is no time to waste. Again,
It was a provider cipher that you used to figure that out.
Again, a purveyor is. Our knowledge is what? 10?
17.
Okay.
We know lots.
So a purveyor is a mysterious group that engage in various dubious activities, including supplying the citadels with slave gardeners during the War of the Roses.
Oh,
For
they're the ones
dozens
who
of
were. I
cycles,
remember.
Kel has
something
turned a
like
blind eye to the kidnapping and other abuses.
that. They were the ones kidnapping.
What has happened to them since the reversal is unknown.
We were accused of being a purveyor.
And if our knowledge is
Taking
10 or
somebody's
higher,
kids.
we
Mm-hmm.
can read more.
It is 10 or higher.
So I don't know if we've read this or.
We know a lot.
14.1. Rumor has it that working with the Necro Druids did not prevent the purveyors from collaborating with the War Masters. Some suspect that many purveyors would now be infiltrated in various communities of the collapsing lands, carrying out missions set by their hierarchy, some of which would last several cycles in order to develop their influence and to infiltrate any form of emerging power. It is reported that a secret code system allows them to communicate with each other in total discretion.
But we're smart enough to decipher it.
Yeah. Smart.
I need access to the structure. Whatever happens, don't interfere, you declare in a tone that begs no dispute. At your orders, the man says. Take 1099 card.
Hope Reborn.
Open the threat booklet where the bookmark is and read that blog.
We just got the epilogue anyway.
That's it.
You can
All we got was a
quick Cusmid.
Yes.
Listen,
This is how you say the first decipher that you guys figured out.
there was before I erased it, there was a part where I was doing both combinations, letters first and vowels. I was doing 2 rows, consonants, the before consonant on the top, and then I was swapping it for the vowels, and it was FO, but my vowels, when I hit the Y, I went with a consonant, and it just turned to garbage. I'm like, this isn't it. And we stopped that. Otherwise, if we'd have just said Y as a vowel, we'd have gotten it.
That's when you guys were so close, and I was like, man, I feel like they should be like.
Not using the
practically
Y
getting
as
it.
a vowel is what made it turn into gibberish. I'm like,
And that's what made me emphasize so much of like all the letters are on there because you weren't getting it at that point. I was like,
Right.
then it must just be all the letters on there, not. But
This would be so easy to just do the pay for it.
it was way more fun to figure out that cipher.
Look,
Yeah.
we did it.
But the Y being a vowel, that just.
Y being a vowel
That's dumb.
was
Yeah.
pretty close. On that attempt, I mean, we'd gone through a lot at that point. But at that attempt, if we'd have just done Y as the vowel,
So do we
that
want to save
bottom
the
line would have been it,
Do we want to save the conclusion for next time or
probably.
Because it's what, 10:30?
yeah, 10:30?
Yup.
If you're at the Citadel, take 507, otherwise read conclusion on 50. So it's possible to go back to the Citadel?
As a fail.
That's maybe what it is. I wonder what it's.
If we go back to the
Probably
Citadel,
as a fail.
That's the fail.
Well, internet.
Oh, this is weird. Listen to this. So it says to read 507. Images dance before your eyes. The 3 criminals appear again, but the vision fades quickly.
Bullshit.
We don't even have that anymore. That Ring of Repentance.
No, 507 card. No. You're okay. You're okay. It's a card. That's what we're supposed to do next?
No.
That's if you go back to the
we're
Citadel.
At the Citadel, so that's probably
So-
failure scenario.
Yeah, your adventure ends here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your adventure
Not
is
mine.
just beginning. Actually, it's over. Thanks for
Sometimes. Hey,
Yeah,
psych.
Yeah.
in the comments, if you guys believe that Y is a vowel,
Yeah.
leave a comment.
And write a letter to the designers.
Let's find out what percentage of you believe
With some
that.
sand.
Believe
Yeah.
the whole song.
And every other word you write has to have the letter Y in it. In your nasty gram to them.
You have your homework. You know what to do.
You know what? While you're at it, write a letter to Childress as well and ask him why is there so much crap that never got explained in the last game we played. In Green
And send me a letter full of dust. Okay.
And send me a handful of dirt.
Bye.
Whatever
I'm letting you
puzzle
go now.
It is we get out of that one.
Your torture's over. You've paid your dues. Thank you.
Is that designer's name?